so wild right now.
You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, because I can't.
I'm vibing with the fire. It's pretty
That's
chill.
what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta think about
Oh, there's a
that.
beat.
Yeah, it's been pretty spiritual.
Oh shit.
But you're not on the mic.
Hello everyone, welcome.
I'm like, nigga, we can't even hear you.
No, we can hear you, bro. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the podcast. Didn't expect to be doing the intro for this, but yo, what's up? I'm not gonna rap, sorry. I'm not that guy. So if someone else wants to, you know. I'm not that guy, pal. It's not my day. But Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's.
Not that guy, not that pal. Off the dome, I feel like a pile of bricks. Trying to find my mix inside this gin and tonic. I've been feeling on it for a minute. I don't feel like corpse, this shit is not a written. It's off the dome, I feel like penicillin shots couldn't fix my soul. Dark, demented, out of my mind. I don't feel like spitting gold. I feel like dripping in cold mines. Filling these holes, I'm back again for the last time. Killing the pot, it's the pastime. Pantomime on the ride for a minute. I don't feel like time, feel like buying me a clinic. Say I'm buying a minute, and I'm dying a minute. And I'm buying a clinic, so I arrive in a minute. Watch me take a shot like Paul Revere. Riding off into the night, you dear. I'ma pass it to my nigga Rattlxr on the left. Killing me feeling faster on the rap.
I'm treating this game like I am a ref. Honestly, this is just a test. I don't even rap for real, it's a wreck. A car wreck. Hopping on the bitch. Yep. I'm rapping my shit. I'm taking my time with this shit. I don't even gotta think for real. Honestly. Cause niggas make me mad, so honestly, I do what the fuck I want and I don't really care. Hey, I take it there. Nigga ain't never been scared. This flow is too song rare. I don't even really gotta care.
Gotta care, hey. I don't even really gotta try, hey. I feel like I could fucking fly on the sky, on the moon for a second. I don't wanna die on this pinnacle, so I'm gonna jump off, hit the blue water. Deep in my mind, I feel like a little daughter selling these dreams. Niggas buying these things, but they don't know what I make up. I come up right, lines in my head, watch me clear it up. Take a breath, I feel like I'm far enough. I'm like a deer in the headlights, looking for sun with a beast in the red lights. But I'm out of these lines, so I'm about to start the show. Watch me fill up myself with these lines. Sour times, mind me trying, right? Fuck, I was trying to find a line to start the show with, but I'm back, pass it to my bro shit, cause we ain't gotta stop right now. The beat had along, and I'm about to go, wow.
Damn, how long is the beat? 2 minutes is all that I need, nigga. But this shit I'ma eat and I do this shit clean. Honestly, I can do this any week. I'm just saying, I think niggas is weak. I'm just saying, I'm a fucking beast. If I hop in this shit, I'ma kill it. I mean, murder what she wrote and I did it. I don't give a fuck, nigga, I'ma spill it. Little nigga, this shit ain't no written. And it's off of the dump till I'm balding. Uncle Drew, nigga, when I be ballin'. I shoot in a rock when nigga Spalding. Shit, nigga, I'm all in. I do what I want when I want to. I drink when I want cause I cut. I don't give a fuck about your bruh. Nigga, I come through with that, Hey, I'm talking to your your mother. Hey, fuck you and your brother. Hey, shit get smothered. And the defense too real, I'ma cover. Shit.
Hey, welcome to Vine Tree Radio. It's your boy West here chilling with.
I can't hear myself.
Your mic wasn't on.
Something just
Wowie, how's it going?
What's up?
And we here chilling with a lot of guests today because
a lot of motherfuckers.
It is the final podcast of the season. And
Yes,
it's also
sir.
New Year's Eve. We usually don't like to talk about, when and where shit is going on. But today's a special day because, it's very timely. We got everybody up in this thing celebrating. Happy to be here and shit. So I'm glad to introduce everyone. Right now, we got a couple of the heads here with us. We got Rattlxr to the left. Say something about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Rattlxr, produce, rap, engineer, all that. Just follow me on Instagram, Rattlxr, RATTLXR.
I'm Jack. I saw their invite online.
Jack definitely didn't see the invite online. He played drums and shit. He's also on our first album. Check his shit out.
I do play drums sometimes.
And then on the right over here, we got Loren. Introduce yourself.
Yo, this is Loren. I'm a director of music videos, short films. Going to film school right now, just out here doing my thing. And I worked with these guys one time, shot a music video with them. So yeah, you can check me out. Instagram Loren_sauce. That's what's up.
Gotta have the sauce.
Gotta have the sauce.
Man, that sauce.
And then we also got some other guests that's gonna pull up on the mic. We got Tolbert here from the other podcast. If you also met him, the homie says Yayo. And a couple of everybody gonna pop in here and there. But first off, I think we're gonna start talking about a little bit of our wrap up of the year, you know what I'm saying? Because we usually get into introductions at this point in time, but we kind of all been introduced and we all like know each other and whatnot. So we kind of go into a little bit of like our year individually, I'd like to think. Because, you know what I'm saying, that's somewhat of an intro, like introduce me to how your year was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because everybody's year was different individually, like the shit that they did in the year, you know? I don't know what everybody was up to, so you can get into that a little bit. And I'll probably spark some cool shit.
I mean, shit, well, if you don't mind. Nigga,
How was your year?
Nigga, my year was great. I ain't gonna cap. I was outside, no mask, all year. You know what I'm saying? Went to the gym, got in shape. You feel me? Made some music. I got some new shit on the way, 2022. So excited for that. Feels a growth year. But honestly, I don't know about y'all, but I had a motherfucking great time.
What made it feel like a growth year?
Huh?
What made it feel like a growth year?
A growth year? As far as like music, it's my second year, so I learned a lot more, got more professional. I did more shit. So, just getting experiences. I went to more studios, worked in more studios, worked with more people. I feel like the quality just got better. So that was good. And obviously, like every year, bro, if like you grow up, I mean, you should be growing up. I hope so. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
If you're not growing up, that sucks. But it was a good year this year, I think. I did a lot of stuff.
What makes you, for like growing towards like next year, what do you like your kind of make you like next
What I want to
goals?
do next year is get more stable. So, especially professional too. Because honestly, I feel like, especially with this music stuff, I feel like anybody can do it, but trying to do it well and like long, that's the hard part. So obviously just trying to get professional for real. But just doing a lot more stuff too. I want to link with more people and like actually meet people who like make music, do other things, try to like level up that way too. Because you don't want to be stuck in one thing, you know? Like I always point Kanye as like the main guy. Like Kanye make the best beats and he make the best songs and he got the best clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just doing new stuff.
Hell yeah. Nice. That's nice. What about you, Jack? What you been up to?
My year was pretty uneventful. I got back in school though. I think it's important. Sticking with my major now. Thinking it's just going to be music from now on. And I think it's going to be a good time for me because I haven't been super in tune with music. Like we haven't been collaborating too much or at all really since like the last time.
I know you've been hitting me with new stuff too. Don't let that be lost on you people out there. Jack is a proactive motherfucker. He be messaging you trying to make music and do shit. But it be on the other end of me sometimes. I be like trying to figure out what to do with shit and I don't know. But this fool be thinking of shit like every second of the day.
Yeah, it's a problem and it's a blessing. Like my mind's always going so fast. So I say the weirdest shit just from time to time. Like just completely derail a conversation or knock on the
But you be thinking
over.
about music though, like and sending beats too. Like
that's my strength area.
Like you'll send shit that you just kind of like, I just worked on this right now. Like, and that's a sauce within itself.
Well, it's good to be here. I'm glad I was invited.
So much self-motivation for you this year.
Of course. Self-confidence. That's something I should work on. Resolution.
What about you, Loren? What you been doing up to this year?
I definitely feel like, I related to what he was saying. Like, I feel like I had a lot of growth this year. As a person, I feel like I really pursued what, like I was wanting to do more, which was like cinematography and really getting behind the camera. And then also, like, I feel like I've really grown as a person, like emotionally, like, like I feel like I'm more mature and I'm able to handle like struggles better. Like I can overcome obstacles easier without it weighing down on my conscience as much. I don't know. Don't want to get too philosophical with it, but next year I look forward to I don't know, going to more concerts. I didn't go to enough concerts this year, for real.
Yeah, that part. Everybody was going to concerts, bro. I ain't get not one. That's crazy. I should go to
one concert this year?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, what possible thing could have stopped all the concerts?
Who knows?
Figure it out. Some pandemic or something.
No, I feel it. Not.
I mean, I went to Rolling Loud, but that's it. That was a lot of fun, but it was only one, so.
I mean, we could transition into right off tops, like.
But you didn't talk about you, too. Or me? Yeah, you skipped past yourself.
Well, I feel like we.
You do you, bro.
All right, you want to go first, or do you want me to first? All right. This year, I feel like I focused a lot on kind of like rethinking and like restructuring myself, like like on some fundamental levels, and like making sure like I'm setting myself up like face wise, and like reassuring myself and like certain affirmations like throughout the year. You know, if people have listened to the podcast from start to finish, I'm sure they've listened to Wesley and I's like change in thought processes over the past year, and like a lot of stuff that we've learned. And like the biggest thing for me has been like just kind of being able to sit down and actually think about those things. Like the life affirmation segment, like in its own way, has like helped me kind of reflect on my life throughout the year in a lot of different ways that I feel like sometimes I don't do it other ways. And like that's allowed me to kind of set up like a foundation in myself into like thinking of who I am, and like, you know, focusing on that. And as far as like goals towards next year, it's kind of like now building on that aspect of like, all right, this is this, so like
we need a deep answer drop.
Like that was a deep one.
Well, I feel like from what you're saying, I understand you felt unstable this year, like personally as well. I mean, I feel like all of us were like that to some extent, but I definitely resonate with that. Like, you're not really sure who you are anymore because it's like everything's already changed. There's no way we're getting back to before COVID.
Yeah,
you know, we're still in that transition.
Here, you know?
Yeah, like what's the next identity that we got to make? Because we just realized how fake they were being stuck inside all day, and now we got to just like reconstruct, gotta redefine.
That's true. That's very true. So
we
I'm
could
excited
drink
though.
to that. I mean, we'll all do that this year.
Hell yeah.
That's what everyone should be doing all the time.
Facts.
No. That's encouraged, but it's not essential.
Yeah, on me. He said we need more drinks all year round. 2022.
And water. There's the line is so thin.
I feel like for my year, I don't know. I feel like if I was to say like what it entailed or what it was like, you know, like a summary of that shit, I would say that I feel like it was tumultuous, bro. Like this year was not like
That's a great word.
Man's got the mimosa.
I like that word.
Yeah.
That's a good word to use.
It was definitely
Tumultuous.
not like a vibe. Like I feel like it wasn't like easy going. You know what I'm saying? Shit was tumultuous. Like
We were all trying to be easygoing this year. We all pretended we were that chill guy in the friend group.
Yeah.
You know, just because we're like,
It
yeah, we're
wasn't like
freaking
that.
out right now, 100% all day, but we're cool.
Yeah, I feel like it was one of those years, but I think maybe the deeper part about it was that it was kind of like it was faster than usual, but I feel like I in some sense looked less inward.
We lost more time.
Yeah, like I feel
we
like
didn't quite
like
have
in the
the
beginning of
full
the
year.
pandemic, I was really on my like look inward tip, but then I feel like at this last second year, it was more like nah, like I'll wait, you know?
Yeah.
It was like this ain't the time, like
Yeah, we'll introspect later. No.
yeah.
You just
and I
push
feel
it
like
down.
it was just like you're trying to low key survive. I think that was more so my tip this year, just like really trying to survive, like in a deeper sense, because you understood how it really was, and then you understood all the different, like how that could affect all other senses, like virus, but then like the world, then like, you know, then actual shortages of shit, actual jobs we was losing, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh shit, like I guess like survival just feel like it felt more present for me.
The stakes
Like
were real.
that idea of it, like being like the world could really be about surviving. Like I feel like that was the real thing I learned about this last year.
Yeah.
It's like how close we are to possibly just on some like, you know, just being like
Things can go over the edge really easily, like, and get fucked up. Yeah, but I also feel like things got a lot better this year. Like, okay, Omicron's like bullshit or
I
whatever.
was like, I thought they dropped 2 new viruses.
But if you look,
You notice he said drop to the viruses.
yo,
You
like
know what I'm
what is
saying?
it?
Oh, next drop 2023.
Yeah.
Oh
They got
my
the
God.
COVID
It's a new
23
album.
loaded. It's
yeah.
gonna drop in Christmas. You know what I'm
I
saying?
No,
thought
that's
they came out
true.
with
That's
2 new
true. But
ones.
if you think about where we were last year, there were still like lockdowns and shit. Like now, you can still go to a movie theater or a club or something. At least you just gotta get.
So
like
you could
they
just
check
like
your
now
Vax
you
card.
could die, but it's like cool though.
Also, if you're young, bro, you ain't gonna die.
It's
But
like
yeah.
you could die like with a vibe.
You could die. You could die
Like before
but,
it was like sad death, like it was dystopian death.
Oh, now
Exactly.
it's a bougie
It's like you
death.
want to
Now
die
it's
in
like-
a you want to die in a club with a bunch of like hookers, or do you want to die
like at your house alone?
by alone?
What I
on your
can
couch?
say, what I can say for real though, is post COVID now, if you die, it's like normal again. It's like, oh, like he died from a heart issue. You know what I'm saying? Or like he drank too much. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like before,
motherfuckers are like,
yeah,
oh,
like all
God,
this year
like-
and last year, like even if he died, cause like he probably
They're like,
was
it
doing
wasn't
some crazy
COVID,
shit.
right? They're like, nah.
Yeah,
They're like,
That's
You know
the
what I'm
thing.
saying?
People
Like-
say you died of COVID. Well, they're probably
Yeah.
like unhealthy already.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It had to be labeled COVID, and even if it wasn't COVID, it just a lot of people
Yeah.
want to relate. Like, yeah, it was COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now back in 2022, you can die of natural causes again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dying of COVID is just tacky.
Yeah,
I guess
it's okay. It's okay
I guess
to die
natural
from other
causes,
things now.
in some sense, did pop back up.
You know what I'm saying?
Your
Heart disease
natural
is back.
causes is kind of
It's
like
in fashion.
It's kind of
That
like
shit
hot
did-
again. Yeah,
that shit did kind of
It's kinda
die
like all
out
the
for a little
rage
bit.
right
It did
now.
die out for a little bit. It was
Wait,
like
we
natural
still talking
causes.
about COVID because that's still around. Like,
No,
like,
there's a lot of
wear
shit
your
going on.
masks,
Like, there must be a
everyone.
reason, like,
Where's your mask?
no one was dying like peacefully.
My mask is invisible.
2020, like, 2022,
Even if he was
peaceful
old
deaths
and he
came
just
back.
died, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
COVID. People died.
It's like
especially-
old people died
Yeah,
before
old
COVID.
people been dying, bro. But if they died last year, COVID. You know what I'm saying?
I'm all for peaceful deaths coming back.
Yeah, I'm same.
Taking it back, peaceful
Same.
deaths at home, surrounded by family.
That was some old.
Can we have those again?
Call me old-fashioned.
Not dying on the respirator, bro.
I do want to say though, on some
my
real shit
God.
though, RIP to those who did die from COVID, like
For real.
like actually died from COVID.
Effing chat.
You know, that's sad.
Shut up, bro. You're trying to be sincere out here, and then you just drop
bet.
some
So now, I mean,
Brevity's the solo way. You got to keep the spirits up.
comedy. Is
You got to keep the
our-
spirits up
our
and the
coping
spirits down
mechanism,
when it's
yeah.
all right, to
alcohol.
transition to a topic
It's a
that got a
healing
little bit to
tool.
do with where we're gonna need our sincerity at is when we talk about the concerts of the year. Like, what concerts, you know what I'm saying, was your favorite ones of the year? Was your best ones? Even if you didn't
None
go.
of the concerts had a bomb go off, right?
Nah, I'm just saying, like,
Bro,
you know.
no. You think of Travis Scott?
Yeah,
It's
That's
be
not a
ashamed
bomb.
not to ask. I don't want
That
to.
wasn't a bomb.
that also happened this year. But I mean, like, shit you went to, like something you went to that you like, you know.
So I didn't go to anything, but can I be the first to say something?
You could pick one you didn't go to.
Well, see, I was saying, like, I'm not like everybody else when it comes to like knowing which concerts are out or
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
paying attention to when the festivals roll around, stuff like that. But what I can say for sure is that I would have liked to see Playboy Cardi this year because I feel like he went crazy.
His set was look really
His
nice.
sets were like insane. Like the Narcissist tour was looking like super fire.
It was at stadiums and shit, looking nuts. That's
Some
all.
of the notable things I did see like online that was blowing. Like I saw Kodak Black had a good set. I don't know if it was Rolling Loud or whatever it was. It was just recent. That looked good too. I feel like Kodak had a good year. So I feel like those two for sure. I definitely wanted to go to that Drake and Kanye thing.
Kodak low key, and a side note, should get the Underdog of the Year award.
You think so? Are we doing that next?
Cause I thought he was out.
Because I got a good
I
candidate.
thought he was donezo. He's been fighting his fucking for his life.
Yeah.
out here.
Kodak had a good year.
You know what I mean? Like, he's had a good year for that. Like, for coming back and really just being like, nah, like, I'm gonna keep my foot. Like, I'm gonna keep stinging out like some albums, and like there's gonna be 1 to 2 jams that everybody really fucks with.
Yeah, Kodak had a good year.
And he's gonna be like, eventually at the end of the year, they're gonna like me.
But as far as concerts, I feel like they had some good concerts. But I don't know. Did you go to concerts, bro? Like for real?
Nah, I saw a couple shows in Vegas. That doesn't really count.
Did you see? That's
What kind of
interesting.
shows though? They had like a bunch of festivals. in
Okay,
Vegas.
so I'm actually excited. You guys asked. Oh shit, like that?
Yeah.
Oh, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What happened though?
That's
The
fucking
show?
awesome. All right, so what did I see? Okay, I saw at the
Vegas.
Bellagio, it was a Cirque du Soleil show. And then I think
Ooh.
I saw the Michael Jackson 1 show because it was like half off.
Whoa.
That shit's way expensive.
Is that the show where the person acts like Michael? Like, there's somebody, like, there's an
No,
actor?
it's like circus performer dancers
Oh,
that do like
okay, okay,
stage
okay,
shows
okay.
for each song.
Really?
lit.
Wow. That's
if I
cool,
can use that
man.
word, I don't know.
That's cool, man. I didn't even know there was a thing.
And
What
that was
you,
it.
man? What you going to? Did you go to concert this year?
I went to Rolling Loud, yeah, from the hoodie I got on here. But that was in New York City, man. Yeah, it was
That's
fun.
a tough hoodie. I was gonna ask you if you had made it or something. That was crazy.
Oh,
When
thank you,
walked
man.
in with that was
yeah, I
tough.
got it at Rolling Loud, New York City, 2021. It was nice, man. I feel lucky that I saw Travis just before the Astroworld shit happened, because now who knows, you'll be able to see him live again. So that was crazy,
Yeah.
so much fun. Who did I see there? I saw Roddy Ricch, Bobby Shmurda. A Boogie was really fun.
Damn, that'd have been dope.
And fucking, I mean, ASAP Rocky literally came out as a surprise guest. That was crazy. That was a fun time. Met a lot of fun people there. People are talking about going to Miami. I don't have the money for that right now, but oh man, maybe someday Rolling Loud Miami would be fun.
Yeah. No, they're not.
I've been to
Alright,
Rolling
so-
Loud.
alright,
That shit gets crazy.
All right, but after Mauricio talks about his concerts, we'll probably transition to, just so you guys know, we'll probably talk about our lists. So just run through, like, just think now, you feel me? For when it comes back to you, just like some of your 5 songs, your 5 like albums, and then we'll probably ask some of the other homies, like, you know what I'm saying, get them to swap out, ask them some of these same little questions.
Yes, sir. I got some work to do.
But shit, as far as concerts this year, at one point, I mean, like, for the most part in the beginning of the year, I didn't go to shit, and then towards the end of the year, I feel like I binged concerts because it was just, they opened up for a second, so I was able to kind of go to as a couple different like festivals and concerts, but best ones were the Drake and Kanye one for sure. After that, I think maybe like individual performances were like JPEG, Bone Thugs and Harmony was really cool to see.
You saw JPEG live?
I did.
Hey, that Bone Thugs is crazy though.
So you put JPEG and Bone Thugs at the top? Bone Thugs is crazy, and I would put that at the top. That was the one that was like,
That sounds crazy.
on my like,
That one was a great one, bro.
that was crazy.
Hey, which one were you wilding out at like most though? Like which one was you like lit or just going crazy?
Drake and Kanye, without
Drake,
a doubt.
Drake and Kanye.
That was
Was Shell legendary?
It was, that one was absolutely amazing. Like, that's when, so there's a lot of artists that I see that like I know most of the words, or not most of the words, like some words to the songs, and like there's some artists that I see like that I know most of the words, and then there's very few artists that I know like damn near every word.
Yeah,
and like
and it was Drake and Kanye.
to like certain songs,
Yeah.
and it's like to Drake and Kanye, it was like almost to that point where I was like, oh man, like I really know like it just resonates on not just like
Even the way you know them too, like some of those old Kanye songs, bro, is like goes back to your first memories and shit.
exactly, bro. Like like them just hitting like the classics. It was just a blast from the past, and it was not only like a great show, like
I love
I
love myself way more than I love you. She was crazy.
and not only was it a great show, like visually, like performance wise, because like just like the production value of it, what it was great, and like, but it was also like a reflective moment, like a moment of like seeing it, and I was like, damn, like this shit is just hitting me. It came at a really really interesting time in my life, like a day after like a significant moment in my life, I suppose, and like just resonating with that, it just kind of was just like, all right, it set like it set a bar, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like
I
that,
know.
like that's what I need to aspire to get to, like that level of like having that kind of production, that kind of concert, that kind of like level of impact on someone else, like that kind of like, you know, like influence, like song wise, and like being able to create like that kind of like music, like that, like I don't know,
Bro, the impact, this is how you can say the impact. Somebody was in the crowd, they tried to give us $50 for a hit of the Roach.
that was so
Like,
funny.
think about that impact wise. Like, that's how LOU artists is. Like, they there had no tree, nothing. They was like, nah, I gotta hit this and enjoy this Kanye. Like, I'll send my last butt to get lit watching this.
She did said that though, low-key.
She did. Watch. That was the first thing they said. I was like, damn. Like, I was like, it's all good. Like,
Oh my god, that was
I was like, don't worry about it.
oh man. But no, that was a great show, and then the other shows were also really good, like the JPEG, the Bone Thugs, J. Cole was really cool to see. And there's Kendrick Lamar.
I was like, you about to forget. You about to sleep on my shit.
That was
You
my.
just forget that you saw Kendrick Lamar live. That's a dream of
Nah,
mine, bro.
let me explain. Let me explain.
I'm about to go.
Let me explain.
Let me
That's
explain
my
for
boy
this one
right
shits
there.
on it.
No,
This was about it. He uses that as a point to shit on it. He
No,
keeps
no,
doing
no.
this.
This
His point in that is to say that he wasn't close as because he should have been, so he doesn't count it.
No,
And
no,
he
it's
keeps
not-
saying that. That's why he like puts it to the back of all his other.
So this is my. This is my.
It doesn't
It
even
doesn't even
fucking
matter.
matter.
It's not even.
No
It's
matter
not
where
even
I'm
close.
sitting or
doesn't
standing or
matter.
watching, I'm on the stage
It's
with
not.
him, dude.
It's not
That's
even
how
so
it
much
goes.
as like close. All right.
I'm inside his music, okay?
It's like, all right. Think about it like this.
It's Kendrick, bro. Who cares?
Like
You there?
exactly. That's why when we were talking about our top 5, like I was like, I'll put him like as my 6th man, or like the.
Oh, he's the honorable mention.
He's the honorable
How
mention.
noble of you.
Because it was a great show, but for me personally, like I just like this is what it comes down to, is what the show was for you, right? You know what I mean? Like because like if I'm breaking into just what the best performance was, like that's like one thing of it, but like a big part of it also, like what I feel like to concerts and all these things are like our individual experiences with it and like what we take away from it. And like for me, like that particular like show, like it was like I was like, it made me angry that I couldn't see it because I knew it was an amazing show. Like I knew it was something, but I was just stuck in a position where I was just like, I was like fighting like a mental battle at this point, like on top of like.
Well, the thing is, you still get to see the spectacle. You get to see that like magic on stage.
Well,
it's just you see it from a further away lens. You got an establishing shot, not a close-up.
I didn't know.
Like you can still feel it.
No. I would
like that's just gonna be loud.
Do you have
videos?
I saw them
He's
on
not bumping
stage.
his own
I
beats.
still see
He's
them on
crazy.
stage moving.
But the thing is, no, we were. So they had the camera. There's a section in the middle where they have like a camera crew, right? And they have a tent behind the camera crew. So you literally can't see behind that fucking tent.
And that's what I keep saying. You keep describing this as and false. What happened was we
were
posted
right
up
at the
right
edge
there,
of that.
and then
we
what we
went
did,
to the right.
and now he's saying
just
to the edge of
slightly.
it because he don't want to mention the part that we moved away from that shit for that reason.
2 feet.
To see, regardless how far we
2
moved,
2 feet.
but regardless of the feet, but to the feet,
2 feet and like a mosh pit is really like 15 regular feet. But at the same time, it doesn't.
But
matter.
you get what I'm saying, though,
The
right?
thing was,
You
I
know
was
his
super
speed, the
used
amount
to
of feet
trying
was
to
fire.
push to get like a better
Like regardless how
viewing
much
point
it
for it,
was,
but like
nigga,
the
we
group
moved
that I was
over
with
so we could see.
was just like adamantly against it. They were like, nah, like we're just stuck here, like we're not moving. Like, and I was like,
But
like,
the
come
part
on.
about the story that I'll die on the cross for was that we moved 2 feet to see. We didn't move to still be behind it. That's a lie. That's a complete lie.
but the thing was, we were able to see it because we were on the outer edge. But the group that we were with, Loki couldn't see shit, so it wasn't like the whole squad. Like we,
that's why. Nigga.
well, like
That's
on
their
top of being
human
short,
God-given right.
Like on top of being short
short,
and
nigga,
like
like-
being just on a little bit to the left, but like we barely finessed it because we were like willing to try to finesse that move over, like because we were eager to see it.
did it, though.
But like we
did it, though.
I caught like a glimpse, and I was able to see him between the tent, and they also had a light pole that's going up. So I'm like struggling to see Kendrick when he would be center stage. Like I'm like, oh, got him. I'm like, got him for 2
The
seconds.
strip
Like,
routine, then, like that's the best part of the concert.
Nah,
I
that's
heard
what I'm
all
trying to
about
say.
that.
I did see that shit. I just didn't see that shit from the front. And I know because I moved over to see it.
I brought my ones and he didn't pull me
I was
up.
sitting there like, oh, I can't see you. You should move over.
The thing was, I wasn't even hot that I wasn't in the front. I was just upset that we were like on the side, like a little bit further on the sides to have like a better viewing point. That's what I was fighting for the whole time. But as a result, that's why I was a little bit burned out on it, and I wish I could have had a better experience with it. But it was a good show.
I think he gave such a good show that it outshined that for me. Is what I was originally saying with Jack.
Did y'all go to the
It did
show with
sound
girls?
Thank you. Really want to
No. Now
Yeah.
we
You know
should
what I'm
break
saying?
into that. Now we should break into the type of nigga this nigga is. Now you want to say because that's the key question, right? Yeah. That was the only thing because other than that, I told him I wouldn't care, bro. That was my only thing. I was like, if it wasn't for that, bro, I was like, I'll be balls to the wall with you, bro.
So all right,
Matter of fact, deeper than that, I would go further than this fool. If there was no girls there, I'll go to the pit.
Yeah, I'm like, if y'all was with girls, bro, come on now.
So this is the.
But that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was like, it's them, bro. It's not me.
All right, you know
it's
what?
them.
Fuck it, I'll get real with it. Like, this is the situation with that. Like, all right,
And
so
then,
yes, there were.
then the girls dead ass got dumbass mad at this nigga and said, "We ain't going nowhere else."
Bro, they were
like, "We not moving
adamantly,
another
like,
inch."
stuck there. Like, all right, so this is the situation, right? Wes is there with like a girl that he's already had like a thing for with like a minute, right? The girls that come with the other people there are people that like I just meet that day. You know what I mean?
So they're not even acquaintances, like for real, or like.
Yeah, I barely met them. I met them the
Okay.
night
Does that
before.
matter though?
I feel like okay,
yes,
to a
to an
certain
extent,
degree.
because
Let me hear the
it-
story though. Let me hear what you guys say.
Yeah,
Go
like
ahead.
it was just like
Girls, I don't like.
I barely met them, so right, like my attachment to these people like is very fickle.
You
Like
barely met, like you didn't even talk to them when you were just looking
I
at
talked
them, or
no,
what?
I talked to them a little bit the night before, and then we linked up for a bit during the day, and like we all like kind of broke off for like a little bit, and like we kind of regrouped at one point. But regardless of the point, like we weren't really talking. It wasn't a thing of like actively like at the point of like it was like yeah, I'm down to like kind of kick it if she's down to kick it, but I wasn't like overly like down, and so it got to the point where I'm like, all right, dude, I'm kind of I don't care, like I'm cool
And
with
we
leaving.
told him he could bounce.
And no, the thing was Wesley's like
but
saying
y'all
like
here
you
to
could
see-
bounce,
y'all
but
here to see Kendrick,
what-
right?
Wesley makes it sound like he's just like, oh, you could just leave, but nah, he was like, oh, bro, like you're really about to do this. Like it was like,
well, I don't tell him why, because I told him, because I said the girl who he thought was fine is gonna look him like a dupe if he do it.
Wait.
That's why I said don't leave.
Hold on. Hey, y'all talking about some other stuff.
That's why I said don't leave.
I just going into the concert though, right?
I said because she gonna tell you.
Like we talking about concerts, right?
Yeah.
Y'all was with these girls at the concerts, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I feel like you gotta get to the point where them girls was affecting your ability to enjoy the concert. Because I know it was there.
Yeah.
But his.
Okay. Okay, maybe not yours.
Okay,
but this is what he's talking about.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So because that's really what it broke down into me, is the fact that I just couldn't like, and that's like some real shit that like kind of breaks down actually into like any kind of concert that I go to. Like there's so many like beautiful people that are out at these fucking concerts, and I'm like, god damn, like like I can either focus on one thing or focus on the other thing, and it's just like if I'm sitting here thinking about like all these cute people around, I'm like, damn, am I really about to like that's just like a focus on my mind, right?
Yeah.
And then like it gets to a point where that becomes overpowering over the show, and like I go to these shows because I'm trying to enjoy the show. Like I'm going there because I fuck with the artist, I want to see the artist, I want to see the performance, like I want to go for the spectacle that it is. Like,
so was it like Shorty wanted your attention away from the show?
It's like it was a 50-50. Like I couldn't
Okay.
get like a full read. It was like she was with the shits,
don't
but
let this fool you. He was with the shits, but everything in life, this is my philosophy, everything in life comes with sacrifices, and everybody's willing to make certain sacrifices. Nah, listen to what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying though. Everything in life comes with certain sacrifices, right?
Fell away, bro, right there.
Right? And people are willing to make
Saw
certain
this
sacrifices within their life, right? And all I was saying was like, dog, like this ain't that important. Like it's a vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? We pushed it to this point. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
we
either
got
focus on the ladies, you focus on the show. Like,
see, nah, that was his point. I try to do the best of both worlds, which usually doesn't work. I was trying to, compromise. I was trying to be like, I was trying to half-ass both things. Where it was going to be like a little ass on this side, like I miss some of the people I really want to see, which I did. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like I can do a little bit of both.
Matter
Like,
of fact,
yeah.
to break it down to Rattlxr, I miss Pierre Bourne, buddy.
What?
Oh, with some girls?
For some
Never in
girls,
my
okay.
life.
Sacrifices.
Right?
Sacrifices.
Hey, man.
Now go to my point.
I'm taking though, but even if I was single, bro, she gonna have to slide. We going together.
On day one. It was day one. You had
Bro, I really linked
hold on now. Amen.
That's crazy.
But it was over though at that point.
Because the thing is, we separated at a certain point, like as a group, and I was like, all right, like when I was on my Doja shit, like I was having a good ass time. I got to see a couple of artists that I was fucking with, like, and I was like, at this point I could go relink with the group and see what's good, and like I did, and then like from that point forward, it was just kind of like, oh man, like now I'm focused on this shit, like now I'm focused on like this girl that's here.
It's that voice in your head. You just gotta.
But then you're also not even really focused on that situation. You're like focusing on your focusing.
Exactly.
Because it's
like,
anxiety.
Like that, and I'm like, damn, I want to see this artist, and because it's Kendrick, that's the Kendrick day. So like, that's damn. No, you're good. Like that was the day. Like Kendrick was damn near like the whole reason I went to that festival.
Yeah.
You know.
Let me be
what I mean?
honest though.
Like,
I gotta get down to it because low-key, I just want to know like the heart of the shit. Was the actual show good? Like
the performance, it was amazing.
Okay, hold on. So the actual, whatever you saw, right? Whatever you saw, it was good though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you give it a 6? You said it was 6 man, right?
Yeah, it was
you give it a
6
6 man because of the situation or because of the actual
Because of the situation.
All right, cool. So if we're talking just show, what would you say? Like if you got to just kick that bitch to the curb and you watch the show by
And
yourself.
then he's on top 2.
Top 2, okay.
Like he's right after Drake and Kanye.
That's a perfect way to put it.
That was a good show.
I think just my opinion is that you should kick it.
Yeah, next time though,
you don't have to. But
you have to either put her in check or just give her the boot and step 4 feet so you can see the rest of the show. You know what I'm saying? Fuck 2, step 4, and you be Gucci.
That was the double edge you was trying to play. You was trying to stand like you could pull it off with what's
I was trying to
feeling you.
I was trying so hard. I was just
It's
like,
okay,
all right,
But you gotta sometimes if you want to
know-
be like that, then just be like that.
No, I was just trying so hard to convince him. I was like,
Just
if
be
they
like that.
if
We've
they
all
come
been
through,
there.
I was like, all right, that's
Shit
like,
goes sideways.
Yeah.
Hey, keep it a buck though. Keep it a buck
We've all
though.
been there, bro.
You did your thing, man. You did your thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, chin up. You know what I'm saying? But next time, on some real shit, you gonna have to make that decision. You trying to watch Kendrick with me, or you trying to stay over there? Cause I gotta move 4 feet, not 2. You know what I'm saying?
Low key.
You gotta let him know.
That's it.
low key. I just fucked up and decided to stay with the 2.
But I know why you did, because you thought she was fine. Don't lie.
She was good. No, she was bad. Like she was cute. She like
that's the only
form. She gotta be in front of
that
you.
came in. You was like,
like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
But I feel like that's natural. You shouldn't fight that, bro. That's life.
but then it's just.
That's life. Like,
So I feel like this is perfect, bro. Now I really want to know your top 5 though, cause I know you like told me at your show, right, or the Kendrick show, if you got to actually experience it was top 2. So now I want to know, like, did you see your top 5 artists when you went to your shows? First, I need to know your top 5 first, and then I want to know if you got to see them.
And did I get to see them? I actually did get to see three of the goats that I really.
Who's your top 5 right now? Just after this year, can we talk about this year?
Actually, I saw 4. Actually, because I saw it for this year. Baby Keem I'd throw in there as well.
Okay, that's one. Yeah. Is there no order to this, or
no order to this? So I already started with Baby Keem, Kanye. I did get to see that. Was every time that I get to see that full performance, amazing. It's he is legendary in his own right. Like his ability to make each show individual is amazing. But to other fools,
you talking about who?
Kanye.
Kanye. Okay,
but
so you had
Kanye,
Baby Keem.
Kanye, Baby Keem. J. Cole and Kendrick. J. Cole, Kendrick, and Kanye I see as like the 3 goats like right now. Great shows that I got to see though. Besides those 3, other 2 would be like Baby Keem, and then the Bone Thugs was a great one, honestly. Because they put on a great show, and we had just phenomenal a view for that one.
And they're in your top 5 artists as well for the year, right? Like, did you listen to Bone Thugs all year? Like, just
not like that.
That was just performance. Like,
yeah, just such a performance. But for, I guess, listening.
Yeah, because the whole music.
Oh, my bad. Okay. All those that I mentioned are in the listening, and the only one that I'd include in there that wasn't off those.
Hey, y'all still
might
ready
be
over there?
IDK.
We're about to put you guys in,
Might
coach.
be time for a swap soon.
It might be IDK.
IDK?
Put me in, coach.
Smooth. Hey, what was your 5?
My 5 artists this year?
Yeah, just listening
right
for
now,
2021.
Man, I'd say Kanye, Baby Keem. See, I'm about to sound like the same shit as Travis Scott and Kendrick. Is that 5 or that 4? Maybe. I think I'm missing one more. I'd say Peggy. Yeah, JPEG.
Are we going in a circle? Okay, that means I'm next. All right, so my top 5. I don't really like rank artists because it's so hard for me to think of them in like numbers and ratings. But if it was for the year, I could just do my Spotify rap. I mean, honestly, I think it was The Weeknd, Prince, Prefab Sprout, like this really obscure late 80s pop band from England, super underrated. And then I think it was, what's the other 2? Gorillaz, and I think Al Green's always like number 5. I just listen to him all the time.
Oh, Injury Reserve too. I gotta say, they're good.
Hey, I just want to shout out this man not listening to nothing that y'all listening to in 2021. That list was crazy. This man said some 80s England band. You said Prince. That's crazy, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Whole discography. His whole discography was like the last 3 months of my life. A couple. Yeah. He's got like 40 of them, man. A lot of them aren't that good, I'll be honest. But like some of them are legendary, so it's definitely worth the trip. Especially
Trip
80s
down
stuff.
memory lane, bro. The classic.
Sign of the Times, Masterpiece double album. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, that part.
What you, Wes? Or
Nah, hit Wes. I'm curious. I really want to hear this.
Like best songs or albums?
Well, we talking about artists, or I guess you could do it don't matter, right? Just top 5 for this year.
Damn, top 5 artists this year. I feel like that's more difficult because like I'll put Kanye's album like as the top album this year. Like I feel like that one I really start there. Baby Keem album, if it came out this year, I'll put it like 5, like number 5, and then I will put him as probably like my top artist of the year though, outside of like. Yeah, I mean like Isaiah's probably number 4 for me. So I feel like Baby Keem is probably 1. Isaiah's probably number 4. Who else was I talking about that was on my list? Like, I mean, I listened to a lot of Maxo at the end, I guess, but that's not.
Maxo fire.
I don't have my fucking phone to look at it, but I know who was on it. It was like Isaiah. Ooh, Summer Walker. My bad. No, I'm saying I'm a dumbass.
She dropped this year?
Yeah, I listened to. I think this year I'm actually smoked. I listened to 100 million times more R&B than I've ever listened to in my life.
Yeah, I feel like that was really the wave for sure.
And it was like therapeutic. Like I
It was
love
this
that
year,
shit.
though.
Like,
I have noticed that like we've all been listening to a lot more R&B, like more
bro, it
smooth
came back.
sounds. Yeah,
it came back,
in,
bro.
in
That's
full
what I
swing
almost
this year.
forgot. Like
Yeah,
that shit
like,
smacked
all
me
over
in
the
my
pop
head.
charts.
Oh,
Like,
for real, Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars, I think
That's what
popularized
they
that
did.
shit.
Yeah, they brought back that late
Anderson
70s.
.Paak and Bruno Mars really popularized that shit again. Same with
I don't know. That's why I'm gonna come with the unpopular opinion that I was fucking with the R&B before they came and redid
I
all
was
that
too,
old shit.
but I feel like they did that because it started getting
Yeah, they
popular.
must
That
have
was
picked up
why
on a
they did
trend.
it, but I didn't like it because I felt like I liked the people that were making new modern R&B. When they just tried to
When
make
they tried
classic,
to make it sound old school,
I didn't like
yeah.
that. Like I
don't
thought it
think-
was good. Like, you know,
I
like
get what you
quality,
mean, though.
but I was just like, this is not new. It's just you remaking some old shit.
So then
That's kind of how I felt with
Yeah.
24K Magic when it came out. I
It
was
felt
surprised.
24K
that was
Magic.
Yeah.
that was straight up
You know what I'm saying?
MJ sound, like Prince. There was some Police in there.
And
Like
people
you
love
could tell
that
the
album.
songs.
Like that album
Yeah, no, it's
went
fire.
platinum bazillion
Undeniable.
times. But it's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of
it's
just
their
somebody
chill,
else's
it's
shit.
like nostalgia. It's like they're just
Yeah.
baiting for nostalgia almost.
It's playing with
So
sounds,
what
but it doesn't
R&B
feel like it's
what would you
committed.
say you did like this
Got
year?
you. Summer Walker, Snow, Lucky Day. But Lucky Day didn't drop an album, so that fucked me up. He dropped like a single though that goes into my top 5.
Yeah.
It's called, what's that shit called? I don't have my phone to look it up. It's like, no. Where does that shit go? I'm tripping, bro. But it's a jam. Lucky Day. He got a single that's fire. Other than that, I think I've mostly been listening to a lot more female R&B than male R&B because not that much dropped. Like I listen to Brent a lot, but like I was looking and he was probably like 7th on my streaming shit, where it's like usually he'll be on the top, but I ain't been listening to that much shit like that. I feel like if it hasn't been no like Kanye, Donda shit, or like Baby Keem, I'm probably listening to like Pink Panthers.
Oh yeah.
I've been bumping that all day today.
Absolute fire.
It hasn't been that.
Absolute
and
fire.
it's not Summer Walker. I'm not really bumping.
Yeah, when y'all vibing or y'all got like company, you throw that on. It's crazy. That was fire. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
that's me. I feel like just
Yeah, that's
vibing,
fire.
company, like that's
Gotta
my,
write
that's my
those on his
playlist.
We all knew it was
Yeah.
the move. We agree with you.
But damn, I feel like I remembered my playlist so far. As far as albums though, yeah, Donda. What else? I don't know. I can't think of nothing else. Donda.
Nah, for sure. So I got my list up. You know,
Oh,
I want to
he's
get it
ready.
accurate.
Man's
All
come
tops,
prepared.
Kanye. Not even his newest shit. Just I listen to like damn near every Kanye album for the whole year, nonstop. I've come to the conclusion that I say my top 3 Kanye's real quick before I get to the rest of the artists. It's gotta be Yeezus, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and then 808s and Heartbreak. I feel like everything in music sound like them 3 albums.
Yeah, for real.
Straight up. At least in hip hop. For sure. Everything in hip hop right now sound like them 3 albums. Them shit's just crazy. So Kanye was definitely number 1. I feel like I listen to a lot of Playboy Cardi, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's probably like the number 1 stream person on my
shit! I
on my
forgot
phone.
about that album.
Bruh.
That album gotta be in my top 10 at least.
I ain't even gonna lie, bruh. I was trying so hard to fight that shit for like the longest. That album is just something different, bro. As far as the production
if you go back
and
to
rapping,
our pod, I think we
Bro.
talked about that shit heavy.
it was like 30-minute convo about Playboy, bro. I don't wanna be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If y'all watching this, bro, just know I fuck with Cardi heavy. Yeah, go listen to that shit. We was talking about that nigga for 30 minutes. Cardi like the GOAT. At least for like the young generation, for real. So definitely put with Cardi. Some new people can is hard. Y'all was talking about like R&B. Like I remember last time I was here, we talking about like subgenres, and I was talking about like hyper pop and like digicore and like all the weird stuff on SoundCloud. I forgot about shout out Charlie. Shout out Charlie. I don't care what nobody says. He started that hyper pop. Like
It
made
wouldn't
it.
be Pierre play with any souls without.
Oh, I ain't gonna say that though. But I say though, I say though, they on the same level though. As far as like Pierre, Playboy just creating a whole new way for the youngest. Like Charlie really kind of made it really popular, and she's from London, so
Yeah,
shout out.
she really
I love
changed
London.
the sound.
Yeah, she changed the sound. Charlie's different.
Yeah.
But Ken, remember we was talking about genres plug-in B. You talking about R&B right now? Plug-in B's kind of popping. I didn't really know nothing about it. Y'all ever heard of plug-in B? It's pretty tough. It's just like R&B, but like I guess talking about drugs for real.
Oh,
Like drug R&B. You know what I'm saying? But it don't gotta be just about drugs. But I feel like that's the main.
You heard of Little Sims?
Say it again.
You ever heard of Little Sims?
From London?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen her in a movie. I forgot, but
Her album this year was
yeah, I'm
was
sleep
awesome.
on that, but everyone's been telling me that their albums every year they tell me her album be like top contender
Lil
of the
Sims?
year type shit. Yeah,
I have
I'm not
not.
lying. It's fantastic.
I ain't got a chance.
Jack alone.
I ain't got a chance to really sit down and listen, but I have seen her stuff. I know she popping, so I'm gonna have to tap in. But for sure, Kanye, Playboy, Can, Yeet had literally like the biggest blow up the whole year. Like I'm gonna give you like Artist of the Year to Yeet only because like this dude really blew up and got cosigns. Regardless of how it happened, I don't know if he's like organic or like the whole like industry plant like debate and whatnot.
On the rise and you like his sauce.
I don't know nothing about that, bro. I don't want to get into it for real. You know what I'm saying? I have my own theories about people and how it work, but that's not fact. You know what I'm saying? It's opinion. But Yeet had like the biggest blow up in 2021. That's a fact. And just give it to him. You know what I'm saying? End of the year, there's New Year's Eve. That boy Yeet deserve an award. He get one from me. And then I say the last person for real.
I love myself way more than I love you.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's give you a golf clap.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to look at my list, bro, because there's a lot of people on this list. I don't want to throw out a bunch of random names. But I say my personal favorite that I listen to, I'm going to give an honorable mention first. Ken Carson hard. Tap in with Ken Carson. I feel like he's crazy. A lot of people know who Ken Carson is, but Ken Carson is fire. But I say my personal favorite, who I found, like, for real, and just been listening to, like, all year, is Lancey Foe, bro. I don't know if y'all know who Lancey Foe is. You might see, like, him blow up maybe next year. I don't think he really got it this year. People know who he is, but he didn't get like his real exposure. Next year is gonna be the one. Lancey Foe's crazy. So just to summarize for sure, Kanye, Yeet, Can, Playboy, and then Lancey Foe. I think they had a great 2021. One more time, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all giving me the class.
Let's do a great 2021.
Yeah, and for 2022, bro, I'm excited. I don't know who really gonna pop off. So I feel like, yeah, Kendrick's supposed to drop his album, and when it dropped,
Come out last year, and it was this year, and now it's hopefully sometime ever.
He was ducking the social gimmicks.
yeah. Hey man, come on, bro, you gotta grab the mic. That shit crazy. He was dodging the. What did you say?
He was ducking the pandemic. He was ducking the social gimmicks. He was ducking the overnight activists.
All the overnight activists, and there's a lot of them. 2020 and 2021. In 2022, y'all can go back to being lame and not giving a fuck about what's really going on. Okay. Y'all can get off the computers.
So much on Instagram when you see people like, oh, you know, like free Palestine, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And fucking 5 days later, they're like, what?
For all them people who still got black screens on their Instagram, you can take that down now. It has been resolved. It's over. Nobody's worried about it anymore. You know, the main people who was in Black Lives Matter don't even worry about it no more. So you can go ahead and remove that from your Instagram, okay? In 2022, y'all need something new to complain about and to get behind, okay?
I lost a bunch of followers last year for that.
I'm already knowing, so it's
My
okay.
story was just like, the screens won't do too much because what keeps happening is that the system keeps fucking over all these people, and it just keeps fucking happening. It's a cycle over and over again. So like, posting a screen is gonna do it. You gotta actually fucking get out there and have the right way to see things.
This is supposed to be like the wrap up.
All right, but that's my wrap up. That's my wrap up. You feel me?
It's cool. I think it's cool because it's like.
Nah, this is like, I fuck with it, but like, Jack's brain with that is like gasoline.
Yeah,
don't get him going.
I know, my bad.
Don't get him going.
Yeah, I know. I'm keep it music though. That's my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
We up.
I'm ready for 2022. I'm ready. But I appreciate y'all. I know we got more guests. I want to get them over here. I know they're in the cold, chilling and whatnot. So I appreciate y'all coming through, bro. It's always a pleasure. For sure. Y'all need to let me know when y'all do this again, cause I'm like I love this stuff, bro.
We got season 2.
This stuff is fire, and I want to make sure that y'all go crazy for real, cause it's just fire. So I really appreciate it.
Oh, shout out to Big T. TT.
Oh, shout out Big T, bro.
Shout out Big T.
Hey, Big T, everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we got that coming next.
Shout out Big T.
Shout out Big T.
Yes, sir. Hey, he finna pull up. If y'all know who Big T is, you know what I'm saying? That's the GOAT.
Respect. Go see these guys Sunday's music video if you have.
Yes, sir. Tap in.
Really good. It's fun working on that. Yeah.
Right on.
Hey.
What's so funny?
Vine Tree Radio.
What I've been up to, as of recently at least, I've just been right here. I've just been working, man, it's my day job. But aside from that, at least with music, graphic design, and everything else, I know we discussed it on the podcast last time. Just doing it whenever I can, So like, the second I get home, I at least try to make a beat a day. So that's my thing. But as far as like a graphic design, I've kind of fallen from it, but I need to hop right back in. So, what helps with that is just like taking pictures and stuff, like get some motivation through that.
You been working on any sick graphic designs and shit lately, bro?
So like, yeah, dude, honestly, like I'm always cooking up designs just randomly, and I keep them in my folder and stuff. Never like transfer them to my phone, but like I don't find myself like liking something until like months later. I'll go through that folder and be like, you know what, this thing I made kind of randomly, like it's pretty sick. And then that's how I kind of like carry on with the stuff that I like, or stuff that I make my covers for my like music and stuff. But yeah,
That's sick. I have a question. So when you said you do a beat every day, that's some impressive stuff, honestly, because like personally speaking, I tried doing something semi-similar at one point, and like I struggled with it. I couldn't do it. Like I personally couldn't keep up with it for too long, and like it's to the point where, you know, I find it very impressive to anyone that can do that, because like to find that time for me, it was like a struggle with inspiration. And so I just kind of want to touch on you and ask you, like, how do you tap into that? Like, how do you tap into that daily inspiration to be able to kind of like go in and dive into
got the do-rag on?
yeah.
They're not working.
I feel like
Oh shit. You want to switch? Nah, you sit there. Have you been on the podcast?
and also those waters, please. I mean, they're at least covered.
Have you been on the podcast?
That one's not open.
Nah, bro.
I've already been on.
you think we good?
Special guest.
Alright.
It works?
What's up, hey? What's up, Serg?
No,
But nobody can hear the drops, bro.
Let's go.
Damn, no one can hear the drops though.
You guys can take this if you want. What's it called?
But yeah, no, as far as just like, yeah, as you said, inspiration for making like beats every day, I feel like once I got into the mentality that not every beat has to be something amazing, like I just kind of make something to kind of just get the sound out. Like I'm not going to release everything, of course. Like it's good to kind of stack up your vault and kind of gain that practice. So like once I did that, like honestly, yeah, I have like a bunch of unfinished like beats, but at least I come with like a full pattern, and I make something that I could quickly just come back to and finish within like a quick amount of time. You know, it usually doesn't take me too long to fully flesh out a beat. But at the end of the day, it's stuff that I want to make for myself, so it's kind of like my own sound, so which makes it a lot more easier when it comes to like the creative process, for sure.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing on that I want to ask is just like, is it like a certain time of day? Do you wake up and do it? Do you do it at the end of the day? Do you do it like in the middle of the day? Do you try to like, does work ever like affect that?
You know, I think that's a great question, because I feel every time, like every one of those moments brings a different like work process out of me, I would say. When I wake up and work on beats, I feel the most productive, so definitely that's when I try to do it. Like that's when I aim for it. But yeah, no, aside from that, it's just kind of random. Yeah, just whenever I really can. Again, I try to work around my actual work schedule, so yeah.
These are sports recruiters.
Yeah.
I feel like just speaking on one thing you said about making beats and shit, I definitely feel like when you are making shit kind of like for yourself, but like say without even kind of just like thinking about it, like just vibing with it, I feel like it is easier in some sense to come up with a beat a day, because it's like you're not really worried about like what happens to this. You're just like, you know what I mean? Like I could just grab this shit. Like
For me, my question was more lining like on like the time.
No, it was just a comment I had on it. Like I was interested in that part like about it, because I was like thinking of that, and I was like, damn, like I see how the process of making a beat every day is harder, and so I feel like that's what he was getting at. Like it's harder when you put purpose to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm a person that's like sometimes I be stressed out without the purpose. So it's like, but when you add that purpose, it's like it feels like you can't finish the beat. For me, you know what I mean? Like it's like versus when you just vibing, like it's like done fast. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, all right, that was how like I felt. Like it wasn't really like, you know.
Like at least personally for me, I would catch myself being like, oh, I need to make this beat beat for a project, or I need to make this beat. As he said, there needs to be a purpose for it. But no, second you kind of catch yourself out that loop. It's like
start making that fire.
That's
it's
when,
like,
and I feel like that's when that like genuine music comes out, when you really like just do stuff at your own pace and do stuff for yourself.
Cool. I feel like one thing we kind of asked everybody else, like first, was kind of just about their year, and kind of ask them kind of reflect on, just I guess how it's been for them and shit, like what they did in the year, like if they was, what I'm saying, like what you've been up to, like regardless, because everybody kind of went around and shared little tidbits about. Some people got philosophical with it. Some people told me like what they was doing, like their hobbies and shit, like things they were working on, project. I kind of told everybody for the most part, like some of the things that I was thinking of as far as like the year. I felt like it was a tumultuous year, but I also felt like I just talked about survival, I guess. But I think as far as music, which I didn't talk about, I would say it was a year of trying to figure out what kind of sound I want to double down into, because I explore more sounds. Like I always into exploring different sounds and doing like shit I haven't tried yet. But I feel like in doing some of the things I tried this year, it was more so like eye opening to see like, all right, what do you want to double down in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think all in all, I came to the conclusion, like, which I usually do, of freestyling, of like making, that's what leading to like the Tree Styles tape. Look out for that. I think it led to like doubling down into that first. Of seeing everything as a whole and kind of seeing that like that's something that where like there's magic at, versus like other shit that's fire, but like that's something you could really be like every time is like ill and whatnot, I think that was kind of musically how my year's been, really just like figuring out how to be like, well, fuck it, how do you freestyle all the time, like, you know what I mean? But like more so in a project, I guess, because I would do that, but I wasn't doing it in the sense of like, how do I put this out? I was just doing it to make shit that I put out. What about you niggas?
That was great.
Alright. So you said how my year went?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't make music, bro, so it's kind of difficult to elaborate on that. But like, I mean,
life, bro, just regular shit.
Oh, but
yeah,
of course. But like I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews, because like you learn a lot of shit, just like, because they always say like everyone's like mindset is a different world compared to yours, So like how you were elaborating on like freestyling, like I hear like a lot of artists now just like they just get in the booth. Like I was listening to like a Phoenix Flexin interview, and he said like I just freestyle, like just whatever I'm feeling or like whatever comes to head, like if I like it I'll keep it, if not like I'll just drop it, But life in general, I think life, like I think it has its ups and downs. Like straight up, like started 2020 was like a big L on me. It was like kind of life changing, but for the most part, like you kind of like, I feel like when you're down like that, you have to like dig yourself out. You know what I mean? Like if you're already down in a slump, like you can't wait for someone to come like uplift you. You feel me? Like you got to find it in yourself. Like, yeah. And then like that's why I feel like I was like just more like focused on like what I wanted to do this year. You feel me? And like and I did a lot of shit that I've never done. Like we went to that festival. Like I hadn't gone to a concert in like 4 or 5 years, bro. And like,
bro, we were just talking about that shit like with these songs. We went on long talking about damn Vegas and all this shit.
Like that shit was lit, bro. Like
we'll save it because it was already on the same pod. But we were clowning about that whole like how we missed Kendrick from being behind and shit. Like,
bro, like there was like so many people there, bro. It's like there was no way we could get up close. Like,
thank you, bro. But we'll move on.
No, like straight up, like there was no way, bro. But like honestly, like I felt like that first day was the best day.
Yeah, like, man. When we all in all, that's what I'm saying. All in all, yeah. I had the fucking amazing time, bro. I can't form a complaint on that day, bro.
Yeah, like
my brain wanted to, like it was amazing, bro.
Yeah, it was dope. Like fucking going there and like my car, like. Remember, like my car just going over that gap, bro.
Bro, on the way there to all you went to damn Vegas too, right?
Yeah.
Bro, on the way there to damn Vegas, there was like a little drop, bro, and we were just mobbing the whole way because there's no traffic. We left late, so we missed all the traffic. So then all of a sudden, bro, that shit just goes.
Yeah, bro. Like we got airborne,
like it
bro.
was like some freeway light where you just got air. Like
it was
we're
wild.
just in the whip, dead ass. Like everybody was like, "What the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
why did
straight
that happen?" Like.
I was like, damn, bro, this trip almost ended before you even got there. You feel me?
I was on the way there, yeah.
Nah, but it's been good, bro. I mean, I can't complain. Like, there's a lot of people that aren't here with us. You know?
Pull through if you want to be on the pod too.
But,
yeah, we got extra seat.
But look, hey, good looks, Wes. Like, it was an amazing time, bro. We were fucking tripping out there, like. It was dope.
Yeah, the fun ass time. Definitely take acid the first day. On you niggas. That was a vibe, bro.
Yeah,
and I seen Fouché. Fouché's gas. You gotta go check that out. That was when we missed on our favorite performance, so we gonna ask everybody again. So,
but like, bro, I was tripping on the acid when we watched Thunder Cat, bro. Like, I was just like,
damn, you guys saw Thundercat too, huh?
Yeah, I saw Thundercat.
Hey, he was going ham, bro, and like.
He was going too ham, bro.
Holding his bass like
the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The first 30 minutes, it was just instrumental.
Nah, like this whole, I swear we went to go see this bass player in the first 30 minutes. Like we was in line and we wasn't there, but we was like, we were about to go there and we're like, nah, he's low-key scaring people, bro. Like we could hear it from here. And we're like, he's not even playing his songs. Like he's just playing his guitar like scarily, like, and like trying to like creep niggas out. And then we're like, I don't know, but our friends are telling us like, nah, we at the front. Like meet us, and like we walking up to it, I'm like, it sounds loud as hell, bro, and I'm just like, damn, like it's really here. Like I want to see this shit, but like I don't know if I want to walk that deep into it, like, cause I'm fucked up a little bit. You feel me? Like I'm kind of geeked, so I'm like, all right, but then we're like, you know what? Let's go like through this shit, make it to the front. I don't think we even find the people that we were supposed to meet, but we just ended up close enough to the front that we're like, all right, let's just stop here.
Yeah, like low-key, we were like in the middle, huh? Like.
To see him.
And then like I don't know, bro. It was like when he was like stringing his guitar, bro. Like I just feel like the vibrations in my chest, like, and then like you're off like the acid and shit. I was like, fuck, bro. I was like just tripping, but it was a great time, bro. You know.
How was your year, bro?
It was chilling, bro. I'm just trying to get back on track. That's why I feel like just going from 2020 to 21 and then into 22. Just I got blessed with the job where I'm at the Shrine, doing bar backing over there. I'm really blessed to have that job. But other than that, like, I'm just trying to work on myself, just work on my body, just going to the gym every day and trying to eat right. And I finished school in May, so like that was a blessing too. But I'm not trying to get in my career yet. I'm just trying to sling it out at my job right now and then see what's good in a few years. But other than that, just trying to do what I can do in my 20s, going to concerts and stuff, partying. But you know that's gonna come to an end soon though, for real.
So you say this year you was like trying to like just figuring it out and shit. You was planning shit out.
Yeah, cause like I didn't really have a job for like a whole last year. So like I was just doing the EDD, so I was just finessing the check. But like, but getting this job, I was making more than EDD. So like I was blessed to have that. But I'm just trying to work in that industry for a minute, cause that's where the money's at. But my work is going cashless, so we're getting no tips in the future, so it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, we're trying to ask for a raise and shit, but like it's gonna be tough.
They should let them tip you niggas through the thing, like where it gives you the option. Like,
no, yeah, but they do it like, but then like they tallied up at the end of the night.
Oh, they split those up.
Yeah,
That's
crazy. They split it up because we're guaranteed at least 15%.
Oh, but that makes sense though, because it's not like your register, right? Like,
yeah, it's not my register, so that's why we don't claim.
Yeah,
but like now we're claiming, even though like, I don't know, it's all fucked up because it's gonna be taxed, bro, like 30%.
Damn.
So like I'm not even, bro, I was making bands and now it's gonna be like cut in half. But it's within a 4-month span. But like this is gonna be a whole ass new year though, so we're gonna be real. I'm fucking with it though. It's good though.
That. But Cass, Mariel, how was your year and shit? We already asked him. That's why we're bad.
My year. Well, hi. How are you guys?
Yellow.
Like, is this good?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Because I talk really loud.
Oh, if you could hear these, I'm doing sirens right now.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't have headphones in.
Yeah, no.
Y'all got the box. Okay, so my year in 2021, let's see, started out rough. I got, back into the restaurants. I started bartending for sure, and that was actually really fun. Like, I've always wanted to bartend I always saw them behind the bar doing their thing, and it's a lot harder than it looks, guys. Like,
exactly. My homie's a bartender too.
Oh, really? How do you like it?
It's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun job, but it has its moments, and so I learned a lot throughout that experience. Still going through it, but definitely focusing more on my passion this year. That's just what I need to do. So.
I know, bro. And your passion being.
My passion, I'm honestly passionate just about life. I love people doing a lot of things, and
more
like
sirens for that.
No, yeah. My passion, like being more life for real. But I'm gonna try this whole artist thing out. I'm gonna try makeup, and like I said, I'm easing into a different genre. So we'll see. I know how to make people pretty. I'm gonna make them ugly next.
Ooh. All right, and I think now we probably gonna transition into our talk about our favorite songs or artists of the year, or we can get into the shows, because I mean, all of us, not together, but like we all went to go to a show in Vegas this year, and we're talking a little bit about that. But I feel like something we all could kind of talk about was like the songs we've been jamming this year, because I think we dove into the artists a lot with the other homies and like what albums and shit, but like we didn't talk too much about like specific jams. And I feel like nowadays people sometimes don't even be listening to full albums, bro. Like they'll be having like a few songs from each album that they'll be like, oh, I bumped and shit, but like they might not know like what album they fucked with the most. You know what I'm saying? But what about y'all? What about you, Mariel? What songs you was jamming specifically? It could be some shit that's off of an album too that you put.
No, I was thinking about this. I think like some of the top songs, without a doubt, one of them is "Hunger on the Hillside" by J. Cole.
Ooh, I remember you kind of like also tapping my shoulder with that, being like, "Yo, bro, like this song. Like, have you heard this song?" Like
that. I don't know, man. That song just hits different. Like every time I listen to it, it just kind of. Like listening to it today, this morning on my walk with Shadow, I was like, it hit me on the next level. I was like, man, I don't know. That song this whole year was a big one for me. Which one else? What's this song called? It's by like Sad Night Daydreams or something like that. It's the one with IDK. I don't remember what it's called. Or it's something along those lines, but that song is a vibe. I love that song. I think I put it on I'm pretty sure I put both those songs on like the podcast playlist at one point. One of the Kanye songs for sure. I don't know. I feel like the Kanye album as a whole had a lot of good songs, but the individual song that like resonated the most was either Jonah or OK OK Part 2. 24 is hard.
Jam, though.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
for real.
In Too Deep by Drake. It's just a little it's like that album is okay, but like that song, when that song comes, when it switches to the second half of that song,
that song's some shit, bro. Cause like, you know, Spotify rap, like that was one of the ones that like popped up on the shit that I was hot about, like, cause I didn't feel like I bumped it that much, but it was like that one and Pipe Down were like my top songs, and I was like, what the fuck, like I must have been bumping those two like crazy, like when it came out. Yeah, cause I was like, I don't feel like I'm even still bumping them, like. But yeah, bro, like that song, I know what you mean. Like it hit different.
It hit different, bro. It just hit different.
For sure, hit different like the rest of the album. For me, I would say songs that I really, really fucked with was, I think I definitely have to go with like some Summer Walker shit, because I forgot about that a second ago. Like with them, I mostly brought up Donda songs because I was like, damn. And then I was like, damn, wait, R&B though. I was bumping mad R&B this year. And I was like, I definitely think, alright, Jack. I definitely think, see how he left respectable though? Like, not trying to fuck up the pop. Jack was all like,
deuces.
But I think for me, I liked, what's that song? The song with Summer Walker and SZA, that No Love. That shit go crazy, dog. And I don't know why. I think I've been into melodies this year. Like, as I get deeper into it, I think that's what kind of made me dig more into R&B. It's just melodies, bro, and like my love for them alone. I was like, even when I was watching that Kid Cudi documentary yesterday, I was peeping how much he was in the fucking melody, and like that's what made his shit. Like, it was kind of like, bro, that's how he got popping. Like, he wrote Heartless or whatever the fuck. When like he was already on, but then Kanye, like when he actually brought him to the studio to make some shit, he like made that hook, and he was like, I was like, damn, like they wanted him to just do that shit, like be like, that part, like that's what we need you to do. You know what I mean? Like come through and just be like, and I was like, bro, like I that's why I think I just been bumping shit like that lately, like that and like Pink Panthers, like the song called I Must Apologize, because she just goes crazy on that shit. It's kind of like some house shit, but it's kind of like from the UK. And then like you said, like two of my shits from Donda will probably be like 24 Hit Me Hard, and what's that other shit with Kid Cudi, not Moon, but the Remote Control. Yeah. Remote Control Part 2. Oh, we was just talking about that shit. Yeah, Remote Control Part 2 for sure. That shit goes crazy. I like that one. What about you, bro? Oh, I could guess one of the songs, because we was just bumping some hard shit the other day that you may forget about, like that. Either that Larry June.
Oh, Larry June, yeah, he's fire, bro. Like one of my brother, he made a good point. He said, Dom Kennedy walked for Larry June can run, like straight up, like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like remember like Bryson Tiller, like it was like Bryson Tiller before Brent. You feel me? Like before some toxic shit, you know. But
you right though, like that now everybody like Bryson Tiller was like the prerequisite to Brand, like that was like the precursor. It was like just a hint of like sauce, and then like Brand came out and it was like full sauce.
It was like he grabbed the idea and he just like mastered it, you feel me?
Yeah, he was like, all right, like you gonna dip out next album? He's like, I got all albums like this.
But like who I've been listening to, I don't know, like I've been listening to a lot of Isaiah. Like, just like his old shit, like the Sun's Parade, like the Sylvia demo.
That's where I had to be honest with myself. I was telling them, like, when I looked at the title shit, that was who my top fool was, though.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, well, like,
but I just think his old music, though, like you said.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, like, I pay for Spotify, but I use like YouTube mostly, like, just cause like not everything's on Spotify, you know. Right. And then it's like, I don't know, like I'll listen to Spotify like here and there, but. I'm mostly like on the YouTube Red and like, but
so you got the shit without the ads.
Yeah, like
I'll be on there too.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never thought about paying for YouTube yet.
Yeah,
I'm so I'm looking on those ads. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like you gotta wait like the 5 seconds, you know.
Yeah.
But nah, like I fuck with Dom. Like that's actually who I wanted to see at once upon a time. Like me and him were talking about it, that like I wanted to see 50 Cent because like I grew up on 50, like. And then, cause I wanted to see him come out with the bulletproof vest and the fucking like the NY hat backwards and shit. But I don't know. I feel like since you're in LA, you gotta listen to Dom, you know, and especially like he came from like that blog era, like
like that same time as like Kid Cudi, Wiz Khalifa, like all that.
Like
shit.
he didn't blow up. He hasn't blown up, but like he says some real shit sometimes, and then it's like, and I've met the dude, so it's like it's always love. Like he's always cool. Like I've met like other people where,
and he dropped the hard ass album this year. I think that song LAX is probably in my top like 7.
Right.
I bumped that song a lot. LAX.
Yeah. Like I fuck with all his albums, like, and then just mostly him. But like referring on that Spotify, like what's like your most played song? It's like actually like a Mexican group. It's called like Marca MP.
See, they always catch you on what you really bump. You know what I mean? Like they be like, you really bumped this song.
Yeah, I was like, bro, how many times did I play this song? Like, but I don't know. I feel like my genre is like big, but it's just, I mean, like what I listen to is pretty big, but I don't know. Like people listen to different stuff, you know. I just don't fuck with the country, like the country music. Like I just can't listen to it, bro.
Feel that.
It's hard to listen to.
So Tolbert's like, countries, like I've been scarred by that shit. He's looking like, don't get me started on country.
Oh god.
Country be having bops, like Stagecoach is a thing, you know.
Okay.
But
I like Kenny Chesney. I'll say that's the only country artist I think is hard.
Brad Paisley, Luke Bryan,
Brad Paisley sounds hard.
Yeah, well, he's been around.
I like
for a
his
while.
name. Yeah, I feel like I've heard that name before though.
Brad Paisley, yeah, because he's been.
There's
in
one
there.
nigga I did not like though, Keith Urban.
Okay.
I thought that his music was not country.
Okay. Actually, there was like this group called. I only know so much about country because my mom used to like that was on the way to school every morning. It was country music, and
Chill,
so
educate us then.
Okay. Well,
I want to know. We don't know about. We don't know what the country artist did this.
Wait, who's that one white guy?
This year either because I don't drive to school with my mom no more.
Okay, but you know who the goats are.
But I just yes, I do know that there was this this group called Big Town Rich, and they were trying to really come in and do a whole what's it called when like one genre tries to merge into the next.
Oh, like they were just trying to like blend, you know what I'm saying?
Like do a collab?
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, they were trying to bring a whole new
blend their
beat.
genres and shit.
Yeah, they were trying to bring a whole new beat into country. I don't think anybody was prepared for it. But you know what? That was the first country music that I heard where I was more impressed with the fact that they could use two worlds and make it make sense for two different types of people. Now you got a bigger audience, right?
Didn't like Denzel Curry do something with that? Like, didn't he drop like some like country shit with someone?
No, if he did,
well, for being honest, like Lil Nas X and.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking about him. What's the guy from Dukes of Hazzard? That old white guy.
Oh, you're talking about Diplo, right?
No, from Dukes of Hazzard, the grandpa guy.
Oh no.
Well, like he's like a real artist, like in real life. Like I forgot his name. I think he's like Billy something.
Oh, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Is it him?
Miley Cyrus' dad?
Yeah, that's who did the collab with Lil Nas.
Yeah, he dope though.
Wait,
he dope.
Is he?
He is
Billy Ray?
He a country artist.
Yeah. Okay, but he had what's it called? You know? No?
Oh, like the song he had?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, My Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh, okay.
Come on, everybody know his jam. He had one jam.
Isn't that called a one-hit wonder?
Yeah, I'm saying he was a one-hit wonder. He had one jam.
But then like they made it like in that Spanish version, bro, and like that Spanish
shit blew up.
That shit blew up.
And then he had Miley Cyrus as his kid. Shit, he up.
No, he really did.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
if
you only
wonder.
made one single and you make a whole name for yourself, good
and
for
then
you.
my daughter blow up.
Right.
I'm up. That's crazy.
We all know he was pushing his songs onto her. Like,
yeah, he was like country. He was like, come on. He was a banjo. Like
the only fucking country artist I know is Willie Nelson. Have you guys heard of him?
Yeah, I heard of him mainly because like he smoked with Snoop Dogg, right? Like that's the old white dude that outsmoked Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What the hell?
Yeah, like, he the only nigga that's like a stoner like that where Snoop be like, yeah, like I smoked with him, couldn't hang.
Lying.
But he old though, that's why. Like he been smoking since the 60s and shit.
Hey, and they say that we, hit different, but does it really ever change if you still keeping it?
Yeah, he like, this ain't shit. He's like, I've been doing this since I was fucking 12.
Right.
He's fucking 70, 80 years old now.
I wonder what weed was like in the 80s. Like maybe that's why the music was either terrible or not.
No, that shit was probably boo.
That shit was dirt. Yeah. It was dirt. They smoked that shit right off the fucking plant. They wasn't even trimming that shit.
No trimming. Just fresh off the plant. All right. Speaking of fresh off the plants, what about where would y'all go this year? Did y'all get out up in the world at all? Like, did y'all travel any places? Like, not far, but like, you know what I'm saying? Take any trips?
We went to Hawaii. You already know that.
That was this same year?
This was this year, yeah. It was right.
That was in May. That was.
Yeah, but not recently. I haven't gone anything.
You know what I'm saying? That was this May?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Like, dead ass.
Bro,
we started the pod right after that. That's why. Like, I was trying to figure out, like, we had just started the podcast.
Yeah, we went to Hawaii. That shit was crazy.
Definitely went to Hawaii. That was fucking fun. Not my first time, but my second time. I went there when I was, like, really young, like 7 years old, with, like, my family and some other people. But like low key, it was dope though. Like I understood what was going on. You feel me? Like, cause I was too young to understand what was going on when I first went. But this time I was like, oh, this is what y'all was doing. Like y'all was turning up. Like you know what I mean?
We
like,
was turning up.
But I was just in the room when I was young. Like I was just posted. Like I didn't know what was really good in Hawaii. But
we was out there for a week.
You went to a luau?
I did go to luau when I was 7, and then we had the option to go to one.
Then he was like,
And when we went and we picked some other shit. We went to like a private beach.
Oh yeah, that was way doper.
It came with like one of those packages though where you could pick the luau. We were like, nah, like let's go to this private beach and just turn up for a little bit. They had like mad shit too. They had like snorkels. They had like kayaks.
Yeah,
I fucking stood up on that shit for 1 second. It fell.
As you do.
But yeah, that was a vibe. What about you, bro?
Well, I don't know if you could like. I don't know if it like resonates that well on the mic, but first time to SF in San Francisco, that was dope. Like, I don't know, bro. It's just like a whole different vibe out there, you know. And then it was crazy. We went there and then we came back like that same night. But like we still saw like it's not big, bro. Like we could drive around the city like in a whole hour. You know. But knowing them Vegas is dope, bro.
Oh yeah,
like we gotta go back.
That was my first time going since I've been 21, and I'm
for real?
Yeah, like I don't know why. Like I've been to bars and clubs and shit. I never went to Vegas when I turned 21. I don't know. I didn't think about it, but now I was
Why
like,
is Vegas always an afterthought at 21? It really
right? Like it's right when you get there, you be like, oh shit, Vegas? Like
yeah,
damn.
that's the Disneyland for 21. But we was going there way too young. Like we had no business watching our parents in casinos.
Yeah, bro. That's what I mean. Like I feel like I went there mad more times when I was young. Then the time when I actually could go, I was like,
you were like, oh.
I don't know. I feel like I have mad more other shit you could do versus, and then you're like, damn, that's just right there. And Vegas is like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Some light, yeah.
But outside of that, I think I kind of stayed in the house. What about you, bro? You go anywhere cool?
Just chilled at home, and then I just started working. So I kind of just take off all my plans and just start working, because I was working like, I think in November I worked like there was 2 weeks where I worked like 100 hours. So I was super drained.
I remember that you had like a whole like time where you were like, I'm about to be off this day, and you're like, other than that, I work.
Yeah.
You're like, it's a week. He was like, I'm about to be off this week, and that's it.
I got my schedule like 2 months in advance, so I already know what days I'm working. But other than that, no, I haven't been doing anything. After Hawaii and then day in Vegas, I haven't done much. I've just been chilling, kind of stacking money at this point.
But y'all?
Yeah, I also went to Hawaii. Last year. I went for my birthday. It was the first time I went, but had a really dope experience. We explored the whole island. We went to Honolulu and just stayed in the touristy spot of Waikiki, but it was still dope. Like,
that's where we was at too.
Yeah, that's where y'all were at too. Hell yeah. We ate some good ass food for sure. So
craziest story for me was riding bikes there. Did you ride the bikes?
No, we didn't ride any bikes.
Right outside the hotel, there was like those bikes you could just put your card in and rent.
Yeah.
Like on the street everywhere, bro. And like me and the homie kept eyeing them like, nah, we finna ride these. Like we finna do it. And I think we did once for like a split second, but we just had to go back. And then at the last night, it was literally like we stayed up. Like we had to go and be at the plane like early like 6 a.m. And we're just like, nah, we're still up. Everybody's up going to bed. We're like, nah, like let's not sleep. Like we'll be the real ones. Like we're just gonna turn up till it's time to go. Like just shower and then just bounce. And then dead ass, he's like, we just gotta go bike. Bro, me and Matt get the bikes. Literally are biking at like 4 a.m. Like all around like 5, like around the entire island and shit. Like at night, bro. Like no one's out though. We can just see everything, bro. Like that shit was probably the epicest shit the whole trip.
Yeah, like that's wild.
Yeah, stay in beach cruises you could just straight rent. Like I was trying to pop wheelies and shit.
Did you go on that hike like?
Oh
like,
yeah,
like
we did that too. Remember the 5 a.m. shit?
Oh yeah.
That's like you go up these steps, right? It's like, was it like Stairway to Heaven or something?
Oh no, we didn't do that one. I wanted to do that one.
We didn't.
That one's long, but no, we went on
I think that was the one we canceled, huh? Like the first one.
Probably was one of those.
No way y'all were gonna do that. That's just like insane.
Yeah, we went on a few hikes.
I think it was unrealistic. Like we had one.
Nah.
It was on some shit like we planned to do it the first day, and we got there, we were like, we're not really doing that.
Exactly like that. You're like, I thought we were on vacation.
Yeah, one of my homies went, bro, and like he took a picture of his shoes, and I'm like, dude, like it looks so high up. I'm like, how did you not fall? Like, cause they say it's all like muddy and shit.
Yeah, you gotta wear some like intense ass hiking boots. Like, you gotta
on
prepare
some sad
yourself.
shit, they had
you
a
can't
sign,
just go,
bro, that said dogs have died on this shit. Like, don't bring your dog. Like, remember that on the trail we went up, bro?
Which one? Oh, the one, the 5 a.m. one?
Yeah, the 5 a.m. one. Because it was like, they had little parts where there was like little ropes for you, like just in case you fall and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's kind of rocky, like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, what about that Santa Paula hike, bro? That we went to.
That was hard. I was thinking of that. That was this year, right?
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a while, but I went to Ojai with this fool and the homie Sweets. I was here earlier.
Yeah.
And like, we went on a dope ass hike, and I feel like I got baptized. Because I jumped in this cold ass water, bro. Like some, like, you know, like those natural pool shits, like. But that shit was cold, bro, like ice cold. And like, I didn't really try to jump in. Like, I tried to, like, I wanted to get in, but I was just walking on the side of it, like trying to just ease my feet in, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I just slipped in. Oh, like, I was literally like, but I was getting as close as I could for that reason, though. You know what I mean? Like, I kept trying to get like close as I possibly could without getting in. And then I was like, fuck it. I just fell in.
Yeah, I remember I was in the water, and then like my homie was sitting like on the edge, and I hear someone get in. I was like, about time someone got in besides me. And Wes gets up and he's like looking around like,
Nigga, I jumped out like I was about to die, low key. Like, I made it back to the set,
bro.
cause it was really like, I don't know, it was cold, like a different kind of cold, like, but it was beautiful though. Like, when you got out that bitch, I was just like, damn, like, this shit is massive, bro. Like, you're in a fucking canyon in water.
And then like there was like other swimming pools on top of that one, but it was like
two more up. Like, you had to go up past that
like
one.
you had to like hike up.
And we were like, damn, we just hiked for like damn near like 40-some minutes, bro. We were like, I'm down, just post up here.
Yeah.
And then turn, because we still gotta go back.
Yeah, and then like remember we got turned, like we were drinking, like we didn't think about it, bro. Like we started drinking there, and then we're like, fuck, we gotta go back, bro. And you're already kind of buzzed, like we didn't even leave the spot and someone already fell.
Yeah, there's some niggas falling.
Damn.
They said too many Modelos. But damn. What about you?
Well, I just came back from Oregon, which was beautiful. Highly recommend. I don't know if I could ever stomach that rain constantly, but I will say, like, special shout out to Mother Nature, because she gave me my white Christmas. All I wanted was to see like snow actually fall, like outside the window, like, you know, like that little kid moment when you like wake up, look out the window, and it's just dumping. So yeah, that was nice. I also went to Texas earlier in the year, but that's regular for me. I go at least once a year. So other than that, it was pretty boring. I stayed local. But yeah, I definitely want to get some more traveling in.
I think it has to do with COVID too.
A lot of it
like,
did.
You don't want to go anywhere because, like, well, the homie that we went with to Santa Paula, he just got COVID. That's his second time getting it. So he's like,
well, yeah, and like just it was a lot of mandates and just a lot of not having that time and energy. Like when you work, like I started working again after the whole, you know, pandemic, because I was living with my mom. She's a high risk, so I didn't want to, you know, bring home anything that would get her sick and what have you. So I definitely like was not prepared to, you know, getting back up on that horse and like working those hours. You forget about fun altogether. Yeah. So I really kept my head down.
So,
yeah.
What about you? You went somewhere?
Well, we went to Vegas together, the squad. And then I went to Atlanta as well.
Talk about that. None of us, I've never been to Atlanta. And you went solo. That's a beast.
I did. It was fun. I liked it a lot. It was a good time because for two reasons. Like, one, to get to know Atlanta, get to explore like at least downtown Atlanta, because I was only there for a weekend, so like from like Friday to Monday night, so it was kind of like I had time, I flew out Thursday night to Monday night, but I had time to like kind of move around, but I didn't get to explore everything, and also there was like an event going on, so like I was there on some other shit, but also it was also very like reflective time, just like going there for the event, because I went there for InvestFest, and like that was like an interesting time, because like on one end it's like something to kind of like help structure yourself financially, but on the second end it's like a lot of stuff of like understanding, like reprioritizing like different things in life and like kind of goals and things, because like I don't know, to get deep into it, I mean, like, money is one thing, and like, but the biggest commodity we have is like time, and like learning how to like prioritize your time and like what you can do with it, and like, you know, allocating it towards family, allocating it towards like friends, towards doing what you love, towards passion, towards like those things is more important than like other things. But in doing those things, it can lead towards like financial like stability in certain things if you play it right. And so like that weekend, honestly, just as a whole, was like a very like just very reflective weekend, very reflective year as a whole. But that was a great time. I love Atlanta. I want to go back for sure. Get to enjoy it a little bit more. Vegas was cool. It was the first time I got to enjoy it as 21. So it's a different experience, a whole different vibe, you know. And then took like little trips like around different cities in like here in Southern California, and trying to enjoy like a little bit more of like SoCal and getting to know around here like in some moments. But other than that, couldn't really go too far out because, you know, COVID kind of shut down a lot of things for a good portion of the year. So, but it was a good year. It was fun. I'm excited to travel more next year and like in the future. So
I see some motherfucking shit.
You guys can't hear that, but Tolbert heard that.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah. What's it called? Lost my train of thought for a split second.
I guess we can kind of transition into like, did we kind of already go into like what you guys did this past year? But like,
we did what we did this past year. We also talked a little bit about
what you guys want to do for next year, because we
like
did
our
kind of talk
music.
that a little bit with the last guest. You know what I mean?
We did, yeah, but I will say I was confused at that because we accidentally touched on that.
We touched on
because
that,
I think we asked on what was, because we asked what was like the first question, but then some people took that first question and started talking about what they was trying to do next year instead of what they did last year. But it was the same question.
On that wave, let's expand and kind of take it to you guys. Like, what are your thoughts on, maybe not on some like New Year's resolution shit, but like just on general, like, what are your kind of like goals and thoughts towards the following year?
Want to go? I'll go for sure. I'm not too sure. I feel like just trying to still stay at my job and see how far I can go there, at least until it goes out, because we don't know about this COVID thing. Like, we can go on another shutdown if anything. So I'm just trying to keep that job for the moment, but since we're going cashless, I might be looking for another job or something like that. But I'm trying to look into new hobbies in this new year, to be honest. Like, I'm trying to find something that I love to do. It's sports, but like, it's hard to get into, but I'm just trying to find something I like. Music too. Like, I would like to get into music, but we're just gonna start trying to see right now, honestly. You wanna go?
Yeah, I'll go. This upcoming year, honestly, bro, like career-wise, like my goal, like my goal personally, was like every year, and I know money's not everything, but try to be better than the past year. Like, say like I made like 40 this year, like try to make like 45 next year, like, and then like just like career-wise, you know, like I feel like I'm at that point, like, cause I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a dad, so it's like I don't have to level up just for myself. I have to level up for my kid too, cause like I have to give him better lifestyle than where I was brought up. You feel me? So it's like a lot of the things that I do, like I'll be like, yeah, I want to do this for me, but I got to think about him too. Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like I have to be there for him a lot more now. And well, like I've always been there, but like co-parenting wise, you feel me? But that's just like my goal. And like, this was like really the first year I've been like single, you know? So it was like cause I was with his mom for like 9 years. So it was like I had that time since I was like 18, or like since she moved in to like now, like where I was used to being a family. But like now that like I'm going out and shit, it's like way different, you feel me? But like just in the sense, like I feel like it's like a weight lifted off my shoulder, because it's like I don't have to answer to anybody. Like, I'll just do my own thing, you know? Like, I could just come home and no one tells me like, where were you at, or you feel me? Like, it's just like I have to be there for my kid, and like you know, stay alive for him. Like, just try to provide for him as much as I could and be like that father figure to him. But that's definitely like my goal, like to spend more time with him. Like I already do, but I feel like now that I don't live with him, it's just like I gotta be there more. Like, my presence has to be there more. Like, regardless if I still call him every day or whatever, you know. But
shout out to
no, but I my goal is like to be like a better dad every year, and then like try to take more trips with him. Like this year I took him to Disneyland, and like he doesn't like live down that moment. Like we'll go into a parking structure and he'll be like, Disneyland? And I'm like, nah, I'm saying Disneyland, bro. Like, I wish it was, you know.
It could be.
Yeah, like he'll remind me, you know. But
yeah.
But like, you know, just also I need to, like, I was telling her that like a lot of my friends like graduated now, and they're doing like their whole career thing, and it's like I feel like I need to be on that too, you know. Like, I'm thinking to myself like, damn, I'm about to be 26. Like, I'm almost 30, bro. Like, and especially living out here in Cali, how expensive everything is. It's like, you know, you gotta make a move, you feel me? Like, I don't know. That's just my way of thinking it. But still turn up, like I fuck with going to all the shows now. Like it's crazy, like how much like I've changed. Like from like before I used to go to concerts and it was like specific people, but now like going to like festivals and shit, like it opens your like your range to what you listen to, you know. But I don't know. I know it's kind of boring, but
no.
I'm like, eh. What about you guys?
Run for it.
Yeah. I'll just go as far as for next year. I just kind of want to focus creatively just on finally releasing a project, something fully fleshed out that I 100% created. That's something I've been trying to work on within, like, I would say the past years, but finally, like, I would say reached the point where I could finally push towards that and have at least something that I would be content with. And at the end of the day, that's all I really want out of my own work, just something that I could release and be like, you know what, that's what I like, you know. But yeah, aside from that, just continue going on with my work, moving on through there, and yeah, just continue pushing with my graphic design stuff too. Hopefully looking forward to like an actual firm or design firm that I could join within the next year. I know my older brother has gotten a lot of opportunities, so he's always telling me that he could try to shoot one over to me. So if that works out, then, you know, I already have everything kind of set up for me, but at the same time, I kind of also just want to work for it. So we'll see where it goes, you know. Only time can tell, but yeah, all I know is I'm just going to continue working for it for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, after this, wrap this shit up. I'm gonna die.
Okay, well, not without me saying my 22 is about to be
everybody's
different. Like, my theme and my motto is like do better this year, in all areas of everything. Is like just do better. So I mean, that's every year. It's like not putting up with the same concepts, ideas, habits, whatever, structures. Like, I'm over it. It's getting boring. So I'm trying to do better for everybody involved, you know? Definitely looking out for my community more this year. Like, I realized last year, just overthinking about this last year, and I told myself I was not going to do that, but I really didn't reach out as much as I could have, because I think myself personally was having my own moment. But yeah, I could have done more for my community, like whether it was personal, impersonal. Like I found myself, you know, maybe not opening up enough doors as I should have, or letting you know, like little things that I used to do slide. So it bothers me, and I want to get more back into like, you know, my acts of kindness and all that. Just because it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better, and it puts a smile on somebody else's face. Like, my favorite thing is when people come and sit at my table, and we can laugh together, or like even my personality. I be like kind of mean sometimes. Like, I be making fun of people a lot, but like on a mutual level, you understand? Like, and like people love it. And so if I could do that for you, and they're like, you're really cool, like whatever, you made me smile today. I'm like, you made me smile. You put this, like, you know, this momentum, this energy in front of me, and I love the fact that we could do this together. You get me? So that's my 22. My 22 is do better.
Yeah, for real. All right.
Well, shit. That's dope.
I think.
What's up with ours?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you know what I'm about to say.
All right.
For 2022, brothers, I'm trying to move to New York.
What? Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Dropping the secrets on.
I've been thinking about it like these past couple weeks and shit, like months and shit, and like I don't know, this was bringing it to my attention. For a while I was like, nah, like I was like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, like I don't want to go to New York, like, but I mean after a while I was kind of like just starting to think of like I was already thinking about moving out, and like been talking about that with other homies, and like trying to like, you know, piece up on like getting like a pad together and shit like that. But a lot of times that talk over this year, I think that's been, I guess, what I could say my 2022 is kind of turned into because of this year. I talked a lot more about moving out and what it takes to do that, and like how I could get it done and where I want to live. And I think that has kind of shaped what my 2022 is gonna be, because it's like I spent a lot of time thinking about it, and now I'm like, okay, I feel like I know what I want to do, and now it's time to somewhat put it in action, because I figured that it's not as easy as you think when you just comes to being like, all right, I want to dip, I got these people, like you gotta like put like a lot of thought and planning into all that shit. And it was kind of just like, all right, like once that happened, I kind of thought, well, I kind of reverse engineered it, if you will. I was like, he brought up the idea of a sublet, and the idea of like where he knows people from New York that he already knew that used to do this when he went there, where they would be renting their pads out for X amount of period at a time. And I kind of was like, well, like I don't really even feel like I'm the type of person that wants to live there forever. I don't know if that's where like my, you know what I mean, like, but I do have always been the type of person that I do want to go other places and experience different things. I don't think I want to stay here forever. And I think that's kind of where I landed on that at, where it's like that's somewhere where you could kind of achieve like the office space situation that we were kind of thinking of, where it's like something you own and you work at, like you do your music shit at, but you could kind of do it in a way where you're not tied down to it. That was my biggest thing, is that like, what if, you know what I'm saying, what if I save up enough money for 4 months at a time? I feel like I could do that at not a time, but like a specific 4 months, lock in, make music, try to meet people and make connections. And with that, you could end up finding a way, a job or a person that could have you work for them, or you could stay here based on the income they're paying you, or based on the job you're doing for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if that don't work out, then you could save up enough money to like, all right, this is the money I had, like after this point in time I gotta go back. So I feel like when I thought about those options, I was like, I kind of like that, bro. Like I kind of like that pressure in some sense, to be like, you got it covered right now, you just have to give this shit all you got, and if you make more out of this shit, you can keep going. It's like a video game. You know what I mean? Like, weird concept. You know, like if you could kind of like keep this shit going at this level, you could probably maneuver to the next level. Yeah, probably. But like, and if you can't, then you got to restart. You feel the new game plan going.
I feel like nowadays it's a lot easier. Like I got a job opportunity in Santa Barbara, and like it's like now like you could just go online and check like what you want to, like where you want to rent or whatever, you know. But like I think about like our parents' age, like before GPS, or like before like fucking Zillow.
Moving somewhere was a commitment.
That's what I'm saying. Like for us, it's like, yeah, like they didn't know what places were up for rent. You feel me? Well, they probably did, but like
you couldn't use an app and just browse them.
Right.
Oh, they had pages.
Yeah, like
those yellow pages.
Yeah, like you really had to call some people up and like ask for some pics, like.
And that's what low key makes me realize that it's so doable, because like I mean, like on some shit, like my mom did that when she immigrated to the U.S. back in the day, like. You know,
I was
she didn't
thinking
know
like,
shit.
how did
Like,
you
that's
niggas do that? Like, I would have never done that.
Right? Like it's some real shit. Like, my bad to cut you off, Mari, but like my mom's from Guatemala, and like she always brings it up. Like she always tells me like, man, like what I know now. She's like, I would never go back. Like we had family that would like cross like the border back and forth like religiously and never get caught, you know. And then like she's like, cause she took from where she's at to the US was for a whole week, bro. And she was like, there's like some journey shit. Like she was telling me like,
that's what I'm saying, like,
yeah, like she was like, I hopped in a like a truck and trailer, like that was like had like meat and stuff for the like cow meat, and she was like, we were freezing in there, and we were in there for like 12 hours, like crossing through Mexico.
And then like the kind of shit you gotta kind of be put in already mentally to withstand that is something else.
Yeah, and
like,
then
you already had to be
intense.
at a certain point in place to be like, I'm about to withstand this 12 hours of cold to get where the fuck I'm going.
Exactly, bro. And then like she told me like she had to like hop over the border, and then like she like fucked up her knee, but like border patrol was coming. So she was like, I had to run like with like a fucking like, I don't know if she got like a broken knee or like an ACL tear
like,
or something, you know. But it's like in that moment, like it's like do or die. You feel
you're
me?
just
Like,
still moving, trying to survive. Like fuck it.
yeah, and then it's like damn, bro. Like I sprained my ankle and I was like, I'm out for like the week. You feel me? So imagine her like falling and shit, and she was like, so
I'm saying, like, I feel like in those instances you damn near moving off of like will to live. Like there's a way that you feel about your life already in the instance that you're in that's like driving you to like keep going.
Right. And then like that's why she said like I'll never like I won't go back until I'm able to come back like back and forth legally, like because she's like I can't do like that trip again, because she really had to cross through the desert type shit. Like she was telling me like when she was like crossing through the desert, like she had to like rub like onions off on her, like some holes type shit, so the fucking spiders don't get on them like while they sleep in the desert for like that night or whatever, because everyone's so tired.
Damn.
And I was like, you know, this is like, damn, like it's some like we think it's hard now, but like imagine like 20 years ago or something, like like just to get up and move. You feel me?
I definitely it's always harder somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I always been a believer in that. Like someone always got it harder. Like you always know that.
Oh yeah.
But I'm also one of the motherfuckers that's always like, that never really gave me much solace. You know what I'm saying? Like I use that to try to help me refocus. But I feel like it never really gave me much solace. Like I never was like confident in doing some hard shit personally, because like it was like, you know what I mean? Because there's like harder shit out there. I was in there, was like, oh shit, like this shit ain't nothing, because like that nigga's walking on fire.
You didn't
like,
validate yourself?
I feel like I try to use that to refocus yourself. Like, you know what I mean? To be like, all right, like you shouldn't be complaining about this. Like this could happen.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like it don't really make me like more confident in like doing some hard shit when I, you know, like thinking about like something else being hard for someone. Because I feel like we all go through very personal struggles. And shit be affecting you very like differently.
100%.
I feel like that's the weird part about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be fucking, like, it's like when some nigga get bullied, bro. Like, somebody get bullied and really be like, that shit pushed you over the edge versus, like, physical pain. Like, some fool could have got socked in the face and probably just didn't care about it. You know what I mean? I didn't do, he probably been experienced that 80 times. It's like, this regular. But, like, certain fools, you know, I feel like that's the trippy part about, you know, our experience in pain. Like, it goes back to what he was saying, like, what drives you to kind of, like, surpass it. And like how you received that initial pain in the first place, because whatever it was worse than what you're feeling now, because that's what's motivating you. You know what I mean? Or it felt worse. On some deep shit.
I was about to like piggyback off that. To piggyback. Could I ask you what your whole stance is on like? Ooh, can I even say it?
On what? What's good?
Mental health. Like,
well, I think it's cool.
No, I mean like as far as okay, because we're in the whole like meme and like, you know, all that, like we do the gifs and like we think it's cute and funny to take real life moments and make them like, you know, relatable, jokey, whatever, but everybody has a different type sense of humor. For me, I've learned how to tailor my my sense of humor to just like make it more approachable, or like I read the room more now than I would. But like as far as are we helping people through these, or are we letting them come to us, or are we just sitting back, you know?
Like, there's a conversation around mental health that's like kind of asked the question, like, is it sensationalized? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it like is it hype? Like, are people like just on it or because it's popularized, or is it like are people really hyping these things and issues with like the help for people to get? And that's a deeper conversation, because I feel you on that.
Okay, yeah, like that. Okay, so now yeah.
Because like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot
but
of people will champion mental health, but like, it's uglier than like it is in real life, and like then you think on social media, and then when it comes down to real life, sometimes it's not as like championable when it's like affecting
100%.
you. But I feel the other side of it too. Like, my main point in that is like, who talks about it a lot is Kanye. We talk about Kanye a lot, right?
Yes.
And bipolarism, and like I've talked about that with other people, and like I understand that sometimes dealing with people that are bipolar is really like, that shit will really fuck with you, because it's like a different kind of person you dealing with all the time. So in some sense, I feel how it's like people want to help people, but then they have difficulties doing it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel there's also people that will just be for this shit because they know it's like right to be for some shit, but it's like they won't actually, like, if it came down to it, you know what I mean, and like having to get help for someone, they would just affect them so much so that they probably wouldn't even have it in themselves to be like, oh, I gotta get this person help, or I gotta help this person. Like, they're just gonna be like, this nigga is just too much, like I can't be around this person.
So you're saying like they don't do it out of heart, like
some people, like, I feel like it's both. Yeah, like sometimes
like,
people don't have it in them, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like affecting them so much. Like personally, they're like, you gotta get help, bro. Like, not for me, but like somebody else.
I mean, I feel like mental health, especially now, has like been brought up a lot more, but like I feel like it's not talked about enough.
Well, no, because it went from mental health to toxic. Everyone's toxic.
Yeah.
And then toxic, first of all, I think that's more digested. Like, you can digest that better. It sounds better than mental health. But it also leads to, like, to me, I just think like biohazard. Like, that person is toxic. Like, they're going to seep into you. They're going to get into your mental and your bubble. And, like, that's not fair to you or them, you know, because I think you're just exasperating the point at that point. But what are you supposed to do when you see your friend going through something? Because truly, I see it, and I've been through it. I'm like I'm definitely closer to the light at the end of that tunnel. But I never believed in depression, anxiety, like social anxiety, until it hit me like
that's
a
true,
ton
though.
of bricks.
No, that's facts.
And I was like, oh my God, so this is what you guys have been going through? Like, this is not it.
That's facts.
So once I had my moment, and like I was like really, fortunately for me, I did go get help. But like, if I now see my people going through that, and I don't know what to do, because none of my people ever said, hey girl, are you good? Do you need a friend, a shoulder, something, whatever? Yeah. Well, okay, maybe I'm lying, but like no one held my hand and forced me to like do something about it. You know what I mean? Like, it was a check-in, but it wasn't really.
I feel like the real talk that comes with that is that a lot of times when it gets to that point, it's because it's like you damn near don't want it to get to that point.
Well, yeah, that's true, but I feel like we also see our friends like get distant.
And that's the fucked up part about it, is that like that's worse than that. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting to that point and then people being like, yo, fuck you.
Right.
But getting to that point though, it does mean like, it's kind of like, it is support, but it do mean sometimes like you done push the people that care about you to the point of being like, nah, like I'm gonna make sure you get this shit.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, do you mean in the sense like that,
like sometimes pushing them,
like you keep doing the same thing,
like sometimes
and someone
you
already
push
gave
them
you
to
that
the edge,
advice
that's
to
like,
be like move on or whatever,
and now it's like kind of triggered them to the point where like they give a fuck about you, and they're like, all right, like he obviously not, you know what I'm saying?
You're not like comprehending what I'm trying to tell you type shit.
So I feel like sometimes getting to that point, it get like, some people are good at masking it, I guess. Right? Like, say, like, the other day we were talking about Mac Miller and shit like that. Like, people are really good at, like, a lot of times people that are the most fucked up are the most fucking life of the party ass people.
Right.
So, therefore, a lot of times people don't know how to approach it when they do start picking up on the signs, because they're like, damn, I don't want to, like, throw this person's mojo off, because it seems like they're already coming up with a coping mechanism with this shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can get behind that. I'm just like,
it's hard to approach that, like when it's like, are you coping with this way, and then I'm gonna try to help you, unless you really fucking me up to the point where it's like, I don't care what it is, like I'm gonna help you, like you
right. Well, I think there's also like, just like there's, you know, different types of doctors for different types of, you know, specialties. I think there is also like your own person can only deal with a certain amount of, or maybe a certain kind of mental health. Like if someone has anxiety, I could probably help you out with that because I've been there. But if you're like mad deep depressed and like in that hole, I don't know if I could bring you back up out of that.
That's the deeper part about it. Like that shit could suck you in.
So I think there's levels even to that aspect. Like there's a certain amount of help I could offer because I've been there, but I'm not a professional, so I can't help you if I don't know about it.
I was gonna say, I guess that's a deeper conversation, is about like the idea of help, but within the frame of like not
my realm, like
like the level in which you could help you type shit.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I guess that's a big part about it, because sometimes like that's everybody's fear within shit is like you don't want to get too sucked into something, trying to be there for somebody, and then becoming like now you in it with them.
I think the struggle with that begins with the fact of like you're saying like. Well, you mentioned the fact of like the prevalence of mental health now, you know what I mean, and how it's like become like a trending thing to an extent, and like I feel like part of that trend is like just people realizing that it is like a commonality, like we all kind of struggle through it in some extent, and like because that is a thing, like it makes it harder to help because it's something that we're all like fighting, and at some degree, like in like my experience, like working with most therapists or counselors that I've had, I feel like no one's ever had 100% of answers. Like there's people that can give you like kind of guidance on their own experience, and like it helps you kind of like restructure your own like thought process and framework towards things, but at the end of the day, like it's for you to figure out, because themselves, like they haven't figured it out, you know what I mean? Like like personally, when I was doing therapy, like I was like, well, I mean, you don't look like the happiest motherfucker right now that's giving me this advice. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just like, bro, I don't know, like what am I supposed to take from that?
Did
like,
you ever watch Mr. Robot? Did you ever get to it?
I haven't yet.
Well, one thing that's a really dope part of this show is that he has a therapist. So mine used to show this thing as a hacker, right? But like, you seen it? Yeah. So he has a therapist, and one of the craziest parts ever is that like this fool at some point in time hacks his therapist, and like, and it's like,
you got your own issues.
But think how meta you get when you hack your therapist, and you be like, I know the dude you talking to right now. Like he pulls up on the date, like he's like, you not my therapist. Like you still a person, like.
But that's the reality of it, though. Like that, we are all just people, and like in trying to help people, there's only so much we can do, because like there's like these problems in life that like we all struggle with, and like I think mental health is just one of those that like.
But I was speaking of that, I feel like maybe one sentiment I could use in somewhat to maybe wrap this thing up was, I'd had an idea that had to do with this, because you were talking about mental health and how it's been popularized and how that makes it a little bit harder, I feel like, for people to address it. But I think with that, a new kind of way of people getting through that shit kind of emerged, and it's like podcasting is one of those shits where it's like mental health is like something they talk about in every podcast, because it in itself is very therapeutic. Like listening to something repetitively, like going back to some shit, and like it's like a sense of community, like a sense of like it does something to your brain, because you also listening and like to shit, like learning shit. And I think a lot of times people choose to listen to those like self-help pods and shit like that, but for that reason, because it's almost like people don't really have the money to get a therapist, and they need like that reoccurring like thought, like they need that reoccurring like, you know what I'm saying,
reassurance.
Like, like that reoccurring shit that like you would get if you put up to your therapist every Monday talking about your shit, like because that's what they doing on the pod. They're just sitting there talking about their shit.
I mean, like I feel like, I mean, my homie Sweets, like he went through like psychology, and he took psychology classes, and he said like a lot of it has to do with like your childhood, like how you were brought up, you feel me? And then like it's funny because like, you know, we're talking about mental health, like my parents went through that like that divorce, like domestic violence bullshit, so they brought us to speak to a therapist, think like to see if we were okay, you know. And then like back then I was like, what the fuck, like why do I gotta be excused to talk to a therapist? Like, am I crazy or what? Like, and then they would just be like, how you doing today, you know?
They would just be kicking it.
Yeah. And then like, but I feel like nowadays, like yeah, if you can't afford a therapist, I feel like you remember that one saying like back then where it's like I'm always there for everyone, and Like I'll give them my advice, but no one's ever there for me, like type shit.
I feel that.
It's like I feel like a lot of the mental health stuff now, it's like you know who you're gonna run to be like, hey, like this is how I feel, like what do you think I should do, like what's your perspective on my type, like
I see what you're saying. Like people kind of adding to the podcast, saying people do seek others, and like seek out community. And nowadays, I feel like because they don't have an outlet, like they a lot of times turn to other people as their like.
Yeah, it's like
Good friends are the best therapists.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's like we all know who we kind of run to, like whether it's like your friend or your parent or whatever. But it's like I feel like a lot of the people that don't have that, like that are like no one understands me. It's like come on, bro. Like, you know, just tell me what you're going through. Like maybe I could tell you something different. Maybe
I wish it was that easy, friend. It's really truly not.
No,
but
I mean
also having like people that not only will talk to you about it, but snap you out of it. Like, let's go do something. Let's get out. Like, what haven't you done in a while? You want to go to the grocery store? Let's just get back to reality, because that is truly what got me through it. Was my best friend. Shout out Taylor. But she picked me up when she knew I was having a bad day. If I wasn't answering the phone, she was at my door. Like, it didn't matter what, you know, I was putting off. She was like, no, girl, it's you and me. Like, get up, get out, we're going.
I feel like we all need friends like that. Like,
no, 100%. And if you don't have that, like...
And like you're just more down in the slump if you don't have people like that. Like you're kind of just like.
But it's also social media is your best friend at that point. You're looking for the memes to laugh at. You're looking for other people to show you what they're doing on a daily that you would normally have done. And I think that's where it gets, you know, tricky, because that's why you do watch vlogs, right? You're seeing other people go to the grocery store. No.
Yeah. You know? You have a great point on that. Like I feel like, you know, especially now with like social media, we post, like say if I post a bottle or something, everyone's like, damn, he's turning up, he's having a great time. But like, what if I'm just sipping on it? Like
that's true though. Like you can get at your house, like, but it's like the big of the bottle, like, but you can just be like,
and it's like I feel like social media nowadays, it's like there's a lot of lies to it, you know, like a lot of people don't really post what they're going through, you feel me? Like I have a friend, I haven't spoke to him in a while, but like it's crazy, like he'll post for like Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. Actually, he's like, if you guys don't have nowhere to go, like pull up, like I'm here for you guys, you know. And it's like, damn, like that's what's up. Like
I just seen a homie post that today. It was my homie's brother.
Yeah,
it might
it's
be
like
the same fool, I feel like.
Or like anybody that's posting those hotlines where you could talk to somebody if you're feeling, you know, iffy, suicidal, whatever. That's really helpful too. Like those people that really do those shout
like
outs.
that, like lend a handout, like hey, you know,
or
like,
just like even the whole organization.
I feel like I used to try to be that person like in life. I feel like that's my motto, is like just try to push other people to be more like that with the people that they fuck with. Cause I mean, like, you don't fuck with everybody, but like there's people you do fuck with, and like you could step up more for them. You know.
100%.
But yeah, man, that's a little bit of the mental health talk. I like how we ended it on that.
I was about to say, is that a topic?
Because that was kind of hard. I think it's cool because we talked about a lot of that throughout the pods, like throughout the season. That was something that for sure came up, and it was for sure like deep within music, because we talk about music and our like inspirations within music. But I feel like also it kind of helps us feel the place of our life affirmation spot, because we did kind of do like what we want to do next year, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we talked about like how was our year. We didn't say what specifically was like the life affirmation segment where we say something we looked at differently in the past year or month. But I feel like mental health as a whole, like we kind of shared a little bit how that affected us, you know what I'm saying, and how that we viewed that in the past year or month. And I feel like that is something that's ever changing with the way it's been increased, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it's been more popularized and talked about, it's kind of just been ever changing, like how it's affected the world.
Music is a remedy to that too.
Yeah, it's like it goes hand in hand. Like it's been with all those conversations, because it's like
yeah. No, it's true. It's very true. Like the way music works as therapy, and the way all of it kind of relates to the stuff that we've talked to before, you know what I mean? It is a nice little wrap up there. I do want to kind of like circle back and kind of finish on as far as like the like aspirations for the next year and stuff.
Oh, you didn't do yours?
I feel like I partially hit it in like the one we had like the first round, I guess, but like on this round here, really thinking back, like some like actual like what is it that I want to execute on in the following year. And it's kind of like a mix of, I mean, you mentioned one of the little secrets, the moving, you know what I mean, going to New York, that's definitely a big thing. Like I don't know if I'll stay in New York for that long, or I don't know where I'll end up afterwards, but a big thing now is just the journey of really trying to make the most out of my time. And like I hope I never work another job for anybody else again. Like this year I really want to focus on like building, like expounding on the foundation that we've built, that we've cultivated into this, and like into my own like career as well. I want to focus on like my thing and being like just my own, I don't know, just trying to have a little bit more control over my own destiny in certain aspects. And like part of that is just executing on like, sometimes like it's like the cliche ass like talk the talk, you know, walk the walk, but like I feel like this year has been like a lot of like learning how to talk the talk, and like this next year is going to be a lot of like learning how to walk the walk, like how to like execute on the things that like I aspire to be, and like that I sometimes like say, you know, it's really about like trying not to like throw stones in a glass house, trying not to like, you know, practice what you preach type deal, like really focusing on that, being like, this is what really what I want to do, and really what I say I'm about, like the only thing that stops it from being that is like not following through. And so it's like focusing on that is a big part of this next year. And like with that coming, like, you know, moving to New York, focusing on future projects, focusing on, you know, the Pine Tree Radio season 2, probably gonna we also, you know, working on the next project, the Tree Styles, like, or the Tree Styles actual tape, not just the EP. Working on other projects and other just creative endeavors.
Double album.
Hell yeah.
I was talking about that today. This one's a gas.
There's just a lot of little things that I want to actually bring into fruition. It's about like executing, you know, a lot of things that I feel like I've started in my life, and now it's about like finishing them. How is she like seeing them through?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So on that note, I guess, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for fucking with us like this whole season. If you made it this far, like, you some real ones.
I need to. Me and Tolbert are arriving out to the drop.
Hell yeah.
Bro, the Air Force One hype has came back like heavy.
That's
bro.
why I had, when I started the pod, I put this in there, and I knew, I was like, this is gonna be for the kicks, because it was like right at the time when like that shit was kind of back on the rise again, and I was like, watch, everyone's gonna have a kick moment. You know what I mean? And we're just gonna have to be like, yo, oh wait, that's
I love myself way more than I love you.
Yeah, how you like those undefeated ones?
I like them. Shout out to you for selling them to me, my nigga.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. That wasn't even my size either. I just got them. I was like, you know.
I like those, bro. They're olive green. I never had no olive green shoes. It makes me want to wear all olive.
Yeah, for real. Like
I don't have all olive, but like they just look like you should be wearing all olive, like with them.
Yeah, like for me, bro. Like before, I would never cop any like shoe that wasn't either black, navy, or silver. And it's like now, like I'll just cop it. If I like it, I'll cop it. You know. So.
Oh, but fuck, the last part of the show that I don't think we even really like talked about as much. We still gonna close it out, but like the music part where we play songs, because it's kind of later now, you know what I'm saying? It's not that many, but I know you got some jams you probably want to play. But we also usually do 2 songs that just go in the ending playlist from everybody. That's usually something else we also do, so you guys keep that in mind. We will be collecting those.
Pick your 2 favorite. We'll make the play. That'll be the play. This playlist will be a little longer than usual, but it's worth it. But yeah, hell yeah.
So you wanna anything you gotta say at the end of this, man? I just want
to finish thanking everyone for tuning in, thanking, you know, people that supported us and not only the people that are watching it on that end, but the people that were amazing enough to come and sit on this end. Like, honestly, this show, as much as like we've been, you know, hosting it and doing great with it, like it wouldn't be anything as much as we would want it to be without like all of you guys, the guests. Like,
they've made this shit a fucking treat for reals. Like, the conversations people have kind of been down to dive into and bring, I feel like I can't leave without saying like thank you to everybody for that shit, because it was kind of like really great, like how we kind of thought about that shit and how it was gonna be, but it was like everyone really received it. Like, as soon as we was pitching it, they was like, oh, I get what this is, I like this. It was like, I want to do this again. Like, and I love that about everybody that came, and they were just like, this is it. Like, I felt like, at least the feeling I got from a lot of people was almost like what we sought out for. Like, a lot of people wanted the opportunity to be able to talk, like, about their shit, like about their life, like about the shit they got going on, what they want to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't really have that opportunity, like, unless someone just happens to give a fuck about you to that degree. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was the overall sentiment I really loved, and I sought out for with this, like, really kind of like bringing like caring about the shit that's like in your area, like your community, your other people, you know, like, you know what I mean? Just kind of like giving them that space, you know what I mean? Because I remember us talking about that in the beginning of like creating that space is like creating a lane. And that lane is something I feel like is like we've always been meant to create, like, you know what I mean? Because it's just the divine tree, which is hence the name, like, where you like the more people you meet, the more people you connect with and spread out with, like, it just becomes a tree, like, of motherfuckers. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in to the first season and shit. The next season is about to be even more fucking lit because we got mad crazy shit going on, got mad more guests, and yeah, mad more good times.
Divine Tree Radio.
On the west side, roll up in the center. Ain't shit change, I'm the king of the summer. Got the hits for the Hummer, we been fixing to run up. Set the trail, we gon' bend every roof with tradition. Drop the top, gas the ignition. Real niggas is winning, but you be rolling and grinning. Holding 150, pulling out of Mr. Childs on the way to the city. Tonight's the night, like Gladys Knight, your bitch. Pre-game, wild turkey, lots of drugs and shit. Why the vibe so thick when I walk in the room? Spit my first L, I'm already consumed. On the corner and post, them rapping niggas gon' boast about his bitches supposed. We should go through, bitch, you read my mind. I don't play that shit. Took a stroll down the hall before we took that trip. Shake a couple of hands, still don't trust them. Dip to the back, extra yours like customs. Fuck them.
Divine Tree Radio. Oh.
Yo, look, hey, look, yo, pass the bottle, I'ma swig it till it's done. Niggas sippin' to the sun, it's alright though. Open bar when I flow, kicking shit like Tybo. Fuck riding a wave, I ain't got no shit on title. Get up on the beat, I show you terror. Unsigned underground like I rolled in with the pallbearer. All airs got me here. Nigga, I ain't just a peer. I was posted in the back with a bottle and a beer. Fuck you talking about? It's all good to the end of the night. Pen in my right, then I'm ending your life. You just pretend that it's light. It's all dark like some Henny. I shimmy into the groove. Got plenty of shit to do. So soulful, I'm really walking heavy in my shoes. Fuck what you do. Your bitch like my chocolate skin tone. She call me you-ho.
Prolific raps, conditioned cats can never rap, they noodle with it. She passing shady, look at me like who's the witness? Karate kick they soul, till they subscribe to this shit. Lightning strikes before mics turn to flame. I'm talking Ike turn to fame. Might go Kurt with the bang. Eyes closed, rhyme cold. Fry your brain. You look unfamiliar. This is my domain. Came back for the crown. I put that shit up in my name. Scratched it to the gravel. Wrote that shit with my blood and pain. Took a shot to the brain. His blood caught up in my esophagus. Spit that shit out quick. Made a spectacle like an ostrich. You gonna praise from the crowd by perspective, so the opposite shifting cultural norms, so the kiddies can know the options is. Fuck the box we put you in, baby. I mean, whatever, but I can add.
Divine Tree Radio.
In efforts of release, we gathered here today to meet the maker and float away. All my fears has died and grown. I grown some more though. Hey. What happens when you lose it all? Your faith, your pain, your mother crying in the hall. What happened when you're born the ball? But your soul in conflict with your mind and you can't seem to win at all. You stuck inside the gutters of your mind trying to find peace, and then you look inside and it's on the right. The shelf at the bottom, you might want to grab it, but you could snatch it quicker if you had to fucked up quick. But I'ma keep going, shit. I lost my frame of mind, but I'm a piece of shit. I think that's the sentiment, right? We trying to break it down, huh?
I'm the type to die and no one come to rescue me.
Thanks. Nobody shed a tear, cause I ain't give a fuck till I was out of luck. I guess I'm stuck in this ever-growing cycle. I need to get a bicycle, a popsicle or something. Nostalgic feelings bring me back to times that's easier. I swear to God, I wish I had a fucking breezy, bruh. Sipping brews next to my shorty, I wish that this shit was easier. But you know that we all got our problems, all got our pain.
You know that we all got our problems, all got our pain. You know that we all got our problems, all got our pain. You know that we all got our problems, all got our pain. You know that we all got our problems, all got our pain. You know that we all got our problems, all got our pain. Burn it up and let it fly, yeah, the Mary Jane. You know that we all got our problems, all got our pain. Burn it up and let it fly, place the Mary Jane. No, we all got our problems, all got our pain. But I roll it up and let it burn inside this Mary Jane. You know we all got our problems, all got our pain. You know that I roll it up and burn it with this Mary Jane. Yeah, we all got our problems, all got our pain. You know that I roll it up inside my joint like Mary Jane. All got our problems, yeah, you know that we all got our problems, all got our pain. But I twist it up inside this joint, I call it Mary Jane. Know that we all got our problems, all got our pain. But I twist it up inside this joint, I call it Mary Jane. I feel like the ones right before that were
Mind Tree Radio.